So, last week was a pretty big week. Can you remember what exactly happened?
We entered this godforsaken place.
I want
I
someone
made
else
some.
to do
I
it.
made some skinny friends.
Skeleton friends. They'll be making appearances.
They believe, I think, inaccurately so, that Klaus is the Redeemer's apprentice.
I mean, it's not feeling as inaccurate as it was 2 weeks ago.
True.
Let me go ahead and drag some skeleton out.
Highly
so I can have
unfortunate.
them. Just so I can have them. Please. There. This is the one I want. Phew, skeletons.
Did we get a name from the giant that was like the guy that took us to the vault?
You did not.
Okay, I was making sure.
Merely that he guards this place. And apparently the Redeemer informed him that should someone come to take his place or to usurp him somehow, they were to be tested to see if they were worthy of that title.
Oh, Colin, my mistake. I meant the guy that works for the Mint.
The guy that works
The
for
one
the
that
Mint.
stopped us from going further back originally.
No, there was the guy that took the key from us that unlocked the vault for us and led us down here. He was a
Oh,
giant
that
or
guy.
something, I believe.
Yeah, he was a clerk, but he was also a giant.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the. I thought you were talking about the disembodied voice from the Dragon Skulls.
We just couldn't remember if he had a name or not.
I don't think so.
Oh, actually, Lou, that's a good point. The Storm Giant, is he the voice from the Dragon Skulls?
He is not.
Okay.
But you went through. You resisted the first part of the Iron Vaults, which was mostly bypassing the Dragon's Trap and then not being dumb enough to try to steal something from one of the other vaults, which are very, very, very heavily guarded as well. Entering into the Central Sanctum, you found the Redeemer's teleportation circle down to a lower level and were completely swarmed by all sorts of undead abominations, skeletons and zombies and all sorts, not particularly strong but incredibly numerous, and had to fend them off while Aruna basically worked on the teleportation circle to teleport you down into the actual heart of the Redeemer's vault. You then ran into this basically this giant skeleton, storm giant skeleton, and Klaus sort of made the insinuation that he might be working for the Redeemer. He might be the Redeemer's up and coming apprentice. And that required a test as far as the giant was concerned. It seems that the Redeemer had in fact warned that this may happen, that someone might either take his place or usurp him somehow, and that they were to be essentially tested to see if they were worthy of that crown. And so you went through the Redeemer's Vault, running into all sorts of various undead and messed up sort of experiments, like undead sharks, humans or creatures that still had their heads alive while their bodies rotted, experiments with maintaining the intelligence of undead, so the memories and abilities of a previous life, and also horses that have been completely stripped of all skin and were just glistening, basically blood, bone, and flesh. There's a lot of...
It's all just look into Colin's magical realm.
It was a lot of messed up stuff going on down there, and yet at the same time, a lot of pretty impressive stuff. Very magically adept things going on. Certainly, especially with the maintaining of intelligence within undead, just basic undead.
Yeah, me and Klaus got a bunch of cool spell scrolls too.
A bunch of cool spell scrolls were found.
One of them is a secret master tool that we can use later.
That was good. That was good.
I can't believe when Lou dies to like super really respect his wishes, we're gonna use that animate dead and we're gonna bring him back as a zombie.
You get the Ring of the Grammarian. You can do animate head and just bring his head back to life.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right. You went through and you one by one found the pieces to this bookcase that allowed these teleportation circles to come online and to open up the way, and you found what appears to be it seems that despite the fact that the Redeemer has been dead now for some months, the experiments have continued within the heart of the vault, with his undead continuing to train and learn how to do things, and the bodies have continued piling up. Pretty messed up, all things considered. But then you returned and faced your final trial to get to the very heart of the Redeemer's vault. You have to stand and face his most powerful creation, a terrible, sort of still intelligent storm giant skeleton, an undead storm giant, who has risen to his feet. He basically he bears no weapons, it seems like, but there's almost like swirls of shadow around him that seem to gird him and guard him and arm him, as they seem to have, they're almost like shadowy talons that extend from his fingers. As he slowly rises with a rumbling voice, saying, "Let's see how worthy you truly are." And that's when I highlight everyone, hit the initiative button, because it's a boss fight.
Yes, low initiative. Praise be.
That's a very low initiative.
Oh, that's not good.
No,
You
that's
got a
great.
20.
19.
Alec Cool gets an 11.
Make sure Reed runs in front of me so I don't take the brunt of this giant immediately.
Alright.
Please save me.
Rising up on his
He's
two
gonna be
forearms, he reaches nearly to the top of the chamber, his head almost ready to scrape against the smooth worked stone as he looks down at you with eyes that initially they seem to be hollows, but now glow fierce with shadowy life, as if there are sort of black tendrils coming from them, as he says, "End my existence and pass on." As it goes to, there we go, goes to Reed first.
Well, I'll be happy to oblige you in that manner.
It's a boss fight. Doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo,
We're gonna go ahead, go up, and we'll start with the punches.
The chat initiative thing.
It's 29
Alright. That will hit.
for 14.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, how come I can't?
Is this really quick? Is this disease or poison?
It is neither.
Okay. That's 12.
I'll say it is magic. Right.
Well, we'll swing around with another kick.
You take 3 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna swing around with another kick. Ah, come on. It's a 14.
Your foot hits his bony shin and just plinks off.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and I will use 1 for the flurry of blows. Are you serious? It's another 14
Alas, unfortunately.
and a 24.
Alright, that one will hit.
Okay, so that's for 8. And that's my action and bonus action.
Right, and he has used his special reaction to do some damage back. If there's nothing else, it
Tiny
goes
little me just
to the Shadow Giant, or the Frost Giant. Essentially, he's called a Shadow Giant.
Shadow Frost Giant.
He starts trundling forward. Poof. Doof, towards the middle of the room. Happily, we sort of walking into the fight. His eyes glistening, almost seemed with excitement. He is going to lash out at you, Reed, with his shadowy talons. And it's going to be a 21 versus armor class.
That's gonna hit.
You take 16 points of slashing damage and 20 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, I was not expecting that. Jesus.
Okay.
Alright. He is going to reach down, or he's going to attack Ito because he's a giant, he has reach.
Holy fuck, he rolled a 9.
It'll be a 28
Damn,
versus
son.
Ito.
Damn.
Plus 12.
I'm sorry, that was a 28.
28.
That was
You will take 12 points of slashing damage and 21 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, so what's the total? 40?
It was a total of 33 points of damage.
30.
Okay.
Alright. And then he sort of turns, and
Wait,
all of a
what's
sudden you
that?
see the shadows around him begin to roil.
My character sheet just killed me. It brought me on death saves. I don't know why. I was at 80 health.
Sometimes if you mess up inputting the health thing, it does that.
Yeah, how do I undo that?
If you do-
Just tell it you've succeeded all your saves.
Yeah, and then you
I think it'll
try
bring
to
you
go
back.
fix the health.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm still looking at death saves. Hold on, let me close it right.
there.
33.
Yeah, you took 33.
So I'm at 50, 47.
Alright, and then a whirling mass of shadows begins to pour from him. But that's it for his turn. It goes to Ito.
Ow. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Vow of Enmity on him. And as my action, I'm going to attack with advantage. Twice. Okay, it's not giving me the option, but that's a 22.
22 will hit.
Apologies, give me a moment. I got a 1, so 5.
5. Not great.
And I will attack again for 25.
Will hit.
And that one's going to be 8. Sorry, 26. 8.
Will hit, yes.
And the glowy effect that we see on the screen, is that the shadows or is it all over?
That is the shadows.
Alright, because it's only in the northwest corner or northeast corner.
That's the point.
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. In that case, I'm going to move around him over here.
Alright. It's gonna go to Alec Cool. Unfortunately, he's just got his standard attack since he's not here, so 19 for 9, and then Thrycreen double daggers. So 9 plus 8. Alakul manages to deal 17 points of damage as the mantis claws begins and the Thri-Kreen double daggers lash out, dealing chipping away at his bony form. And it goes to Aruna.
Everything's perfectly fine. Cool. I shall pour out a bit of molasses and make a counterclockwise motion call, and I will cast Slow on him. Slow a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw, if you will.
21.
Jesus. Well, he's got a pretty good wisdom saving throw. That's a shame. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. See ya, fuckers. Well, don't think I have any bonus action cantrips to help me. Nope, unfortunately that is it for me.
It'll go to Klaus.
Was that just Tommy was a little low volume there. Was that a successful?
It was
slow
not a
or
successful slow.
Can I use?
No, he got a 21 and beat my 17 DC.
Oh, I can't use cutting words to lower saving throw, can I?
I don't believe so. I believe it's
It's
attack.
attack
Colin,
roll,
what-
ability check.
What's
Yeah.
our
No, that's-
our dice for this session?
Say what? Oh, your port
What's our
dice?
dice?
It
Yeah.
is an 11.
Okay,
Better than 10.
this is better than 10. He would, even if I used the port dice, he would still succeed. So
Alright, I'm going to use something that I've had in my inventory for a while.
noise.
I'm going to... Where the fuck is it? Actually, I should be looking at the foundry ship. If I can. But it's a potion of necrotic resistance.
Not a bad idea.
I will remove that. I can do that. Whatever, I'll do it. For my bonus action, which I guess I'll move up to here. And then, yeah, I'll bonus action slap his titties. Not with a 10.
A 14 technically. He's surrounded, but not with a 14
nice.
either.
Well, that's me.
Alas, it's not good enough.
That potion's gonna come in handy though.
It likely very much will. It's gonna go to the top of the round. To Reed.
Alright, well, we're gonna step out of that nonsense.
No, stay in it. See what it does.
Probably a wise idea.
Then I'm going to unarmed strike. We'll go ahead and take a couple punches at him.
Wait, hold on. Can we interrupt this attack action to bring up to Lou something that Tommy and I realized the other day?
Yeah?
Lou, have you ever cast Stunning Strike?
Not really, no.
Lou, it's literally the best thing in your entire class.
It is one of the best things.
I'm just letting you know, you are in a party that is primarily melee attackers, and you have something that can apply stun to a target.
Some
But you
things,
do you.
some things
Part of
aren't
it is
so
I-
great to use it against. Some things are.
Well, one of the things is, what does stun even actually mean?
Buddy.
It's really, it's
We have-
it's really good.
So it is-
He can't act until the end of your next turn, and we have advantage on melee attacks.
So the idea is
Ah,
it's and you can apply it to every single hit that you make. You just have to spend a key point for every hit. And we check that. It's not every attack. It's every individual hit. And if it succeeds, for one turn, we literally dogpile it.
I mean, yeah, let's go ahead and try it then.
It's not as good as paralysis,
It's probably
but it's
not
pretty
good
good.
against this particular enemy.
It might be. He doesn't have great saves.
Well, let's give it a try then.
It's Constitution,
So,
right?
Constitution saving throw.
So it takes place after the hit, so you do your damage first, I believe.
Yep.
Well,
Or do you
the
sacrifice
13.
damage?
17, you just managed to take off a chip of bone.
Well, actually, it was a 20. But yeah.
20, just managed to take off a chip of bone.
And he takes 13.
13 points of damage.
Yeah, and then Constitution saving throw.
He has advantage on Constitution saves.
It's not great on every turn.
Got a 20.
But
Hey, I'm gonna use the portent dice.
Yeah, use the port.
oh!
Probably a good idea to use it. He is paralyzed, or he's stunned, not paralyzed. Paralyzed is worse than stunned, but that does not get rid of the aura. That is an automatic thing that happens for him, but he is stunned.
Noise.
Then we're gonna go with another unarmed strike. Oh
Which
wait,
you now have advantage for, right?
Well, he had advantage
well, we
anyways.
already had advantage anyway, and that is a crit.
Everyone's already got advantage anyways.
That is a crit, but my crit is actually 14. Or my max damage is 14.
Ooh. Yeah, maybe making a painkiller improves a little bit.
And then I'm gonna, might as well, let's use another key point to, Flurry of Blows. Oh wait. Sorry, I have advantage on that. Doesn't matter. Or no, does a 15 hit?
A 15 does not hit.
Okay. And then number 2, Flurry of Blows. 27 for 12.
That one will hit as you continue chipping away at the massive form of the giant.
Punch,
Your
kick.
punches sending little pieces and shards of bone flying across the landscape or the nearby stonework as they sort of hit the people around you as you furiously just beat on this giant as best as you can. Pretty good idea. Pretty good. All right.
Great. Colin, is this guy just a giant skeleton, or is he a corpse?
He is essentially a giant skeleton. He does have some flesh on him, but he also has shadowy armor as well.
Okay.
All right. It goes
It's on to his turn.
on to his turn. He is stunned. The aura automatically goes off with a poof, as all of a sudden just shadowy, basically shadowy tentacles fly out of his back, and they like reach all the way back to the walls and grasp the stonework. And then they sort of arc back essentially into his body and disappear. That is that. I need to go to my here. Phew. I also need to all right. Stunning strike. Is that another saving throw at the end of his turn, or does it just end, or till at the start of your next turn?
It's at, I believe it said at the end of my next turn.
Okay.
Or no, at the, one second, let me.
You can
until
click-
the
you can
end
click
of
the
my
ability.
next turn.
If you click the ability in your character sheet, it'll put it in chat.
So he remains stunned. Stunning strike is probably the best thing that a monk can do. It's surprising you haven't been doing it so much.
I've been saving my key points for dodges and flurries.
No, so that's fine. But the fact of the matter is, you have a party with me and Beaver and Nick.
It is your
You
turn,
should
Connor.
be
Go ahead and
trying
go.
to stun Constant. Because he's stunned, I'm not going to do what I was going to do, and I am instead going to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
And I am going to use my attack action to attack. It's a 26.
26. That will hit.
You're rolling fucking hot, dude.
6 damage.
All right.
1 second. I am going to use. I'm gonna get the name wrong. Divine Smite. And I just want to dump all of them.
Okay.
So I can't remember how that works because it's related to lay on hands, right?
Divine Smites are
2d8
spell
for first.
slots.
Oh, it's spell slots. That's
You
right.
can use up to a certain amount of spell slots.
So I'm gonna use. I can only use 1 spell slot. I just declare what level it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that sounds right to me. Okay, so I'm gonna use a 4th level spell slot.
Okay. You want to burn this guy down as fast as possible.
To add 2d8 plus
Plus
3d8
1d8 for every level.
So 2d8 and then so to a maximum of 5d8. So I think it should be 5d8.
And it's 2 plus 3 hits.
Well, because it's weird. It says the damage increases by 1d8 if the target is an undead or a fiend to a maximum of 68. So
it's
it'd be
68.
68, right? Okay. So. So 30 damage.
Minus 30 damage. They are not weak to radiant damage.
And now, can I, on top of that, can I use the Ashen Inquisitor's ability to commend? No, I guess we have advantage. We don't need to do that. And then I'm gonna do that attack again, I guess. So that's a 25.
All right.
And damage is 11, and then I'm gonna do the exact same thing.
Burn all those spell slots before the actual real boss.
What?
Thanks,
What do you
Colin.
mean?
So that's 30, 20, 50, 67 damage.
Jesus.
I mean, that's my trick, Blue. I can only do it so much.
Paladin.
Paladins
you are
have
paladin
big burst
against
damage.
undead.
Dropping it.
I get an atom bomb, but I can only use it so because that's all my 4th level spell slots. So. But the benefit of how Ito is built is I don't have any high level spells, so those
Yes,
are kind
did
of
you know
there.
that Ito has a crossbow?
I do. And then I already did Hunter's Mark, right?
Yes.
I guess so, yeah. I have no clue. You have to remember this stuff.
No, I know. So that's an extra 10 damage on top of that. So 77 damage too. Because it's an extra 1d6 whenever I hit with a weapon attack, so it'd be 2d6.
All right.
A little bit of
And
damage.
that's my big turn, so I hope we can kill him quicker.
It is going to go to Alec Cool.
When
Not here,
Beaver
so-
shows up and's like, I did 200 damage to him. Get fucked, Ito.
That's
I don't
gonna
have that
be
much
a
heat
hit.
damage.
I mean, you're a rogue. I think you can easily top 77.
Not yet. I have to get a lot of max damages for that.
All right. Alec Cool comes in, deals a little bit of damage as well as the Mantis Claw lashes out, chipping into him. Goes to Aruna.
Cool. So bonus action, I'm gonna burn a packed slot.
Ooh.
I'm gonna hex him and make it so he has disadvantage on Constitution.
Checks. They're not saving
Yes.
throws.
Oh shit, you're right. Maybe I won't
Oh.
do that.
Right?
Oh, it's ability checks, not saving throws.
Yes.
You're correct. Yeah, I'll hex him anyway. That's fine. Well, so as an attack roll,
attack roll is technically an ability check, right? Or is that separate?
It is
with
not.
wording?
It would say an attack roll.
Okay,
An ability check is strictly an ability check.
that's fair. No, I'm gonna hex him for the extra damage. So
Now,
that's fine.
Interesting enough, initiative is actually an ability check.
Yeah. And so stunned, it actually says attack rolls, so that means my ranged attacks have advantage still, right?
It is all attack rolls.
Noise. I'm gonna firebolt him at advantage. That's pretty good. 25 to hit.
Will hit.
Okay, so you take. Ooh, that's good. 19 fire damage.
Alright.
And I don't know if he takes necrotic.
He does not take. He is
But-
immune to necrotic damage.
Alright, so he does not. So the hex was worth a shot. It didn't matter though. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just get more in the corner there. That's it.
Alright. It goes to Klaus.
Okay. I'm gonna whack him. $27.
That'll hit.
Alright, he'll take 7 damage, and I will do that again with my bonus action. It's 20, but I'm gonna roll my super. Hey, at least I got that.
That's true.
So that's 18 to... So I got 25 damage on it.
Alright.
That is my turn.
It goes to Reed.
Alright. So we'll go ahead with the unarmed strike again. Oh wait, shoot. I keep forgetting I have advantage. So that'll be a 17
Just enough.
for 9. We'll use... might as well keep going with it. We'll spend another key point to do the stunning strike.
Right. 18.
That's gonna pass.
Oh well.
Oh, okay. Second attack is a 19.
That will hit.
And then I'm going to use one more key point to take the dodge action.
Okay.
Well, actually, can I? Because it only says when I hit with a mid. Oh! Wait.
You can stunning strike after every hit if you have key points, if that's what you're trying to do.
Every
I
single
can't-
hit.
I can't do that the way I was doing it right now because I was using unarmed strikes. It's melee weapon attacks, it said.
Right, what did you hit it with?
Okay.
Unarmed attack, unarmed strikes.
That counts as a weapon attack for you. If my
Really? 'Cause
memory of monk is correct.
It has it marked melee attack for unarmed strike and melee weapon for melee weapons.
Isn't it unarmed strikes count as weapon attack?
It's weird with monks. Don't worry about it right now, really. We'll figure it out later. Just do it.
Unarmed strikes have always been weapon attacks as per Matt Koval.
Alright. Well then I can try.
But you
I'm-
can also
I'm
say the
low.
words, "I'm using my sword." Like that's
Yeah.
'cause you're
Also, if you want to save key points, it's also okay to save key points.
Yeah, we'll hold off this time because I'm already down to 4.
Alright. If that's
So
it.
that's it for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
but Lou, the idea with a monk is if you just keep dumping key points on him, he'll never be able to stand up. And at the very least, you may be burning your wad in those 4 key points. You might want to save 1 or 2, but there's going to be 4 rounds where he can't do anything, and we can just atom bomb him. At the very
Shit.
least, you're cutting the boss fight in half. I don't like what I just saw
Alright.
on
Why is
my
it half
screen.
the room? What a bully.
Shadowy tendrils begin forming from him on an entire half of the room now. And he is going to, now no longer stunned, turn, and he's going to lash out at Ito with his talons. It'll be a 16 versus armor class, pretty low. Then he's going...
If the actual die is a 16, then yes.
Yeah, pretty low. Then he's going to turn, and he's going to lash out at Klaus. It's going to be an 18 versus armor class.
I'm gonna shield that.
Not a bad idea. Alright. 2 very low rolls from him. As it goes to Ito.
I'm getting the ear.
Is he... I was kind of missing Lou's turn because I was talking to my wife about dinner. Is he up, or is he still stuck?
He is not stunned.
He's up.
Okay. In that case, I am going to spend my action to cast Bane on him. So he has to make a Wisdom saving throw. No, I'm sorry. He has to make a Charisma saving throw.
13.
I can't ever remember.
It's a 16. It says 16 on you.
Yeah, I'm 16. So he is baned, if you want to mark him. Okay. So he has 1d4 applied to any attack roll or saving throw that he makes.
Okay.
And then for my action, I am going to attack with advantage. It's a 23.
That will hit. Does Hunter's Mark take concentration?
That's a good point. Does
I
Bane take
cannot.
concentration?
Yes, Bane definitely does. Hunter's Mark takes concentration, so you would have to end your Hunter's Mark.
That's fine. I'll end Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Thank you for catching that. I would not have. So Hunter's Mark is off, but Vow of Enmity is still on there, so I still get advantage.
Yes.
So 23 to hit.
Yeah.
And then 6 damage. God damn, my damage rolls are ass. And then another attack. That's a 19.
19 will hit.
Damage is 6. What is up with my damage rolls? How much damage does the Ashen Inquisitor do?
It's a rapier.
Okay. But doesn't it have a plus to damage?
It has a +1.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure it was calculating correctly because it seems like they've been strangely low at this combat. And then I'm going to swivel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll hang out with Klaus.
Right.
And I did my wait a second. Colin, I can't do that. Bane is an action.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
So add his health back. So he gets 12 health back.
+12.
In that case, for a bonus action, I will do something very stupid. Can I cast Compelled Duel on him?
You can try to. What saving
Can
throw
you
is
do
it?
that? Can you do that after you cast Bane?
Is Compelled Duel
that's true, it's two
concentration?
spells. Is it also concentration? I don't know what my spells are. Okay, then never mind. I will not. I will keep Bane up because that's what's much more important. I don't know how to play this character.
That's okay.
Yeah, I can't
We've
do
been
it.
doing this for like a year.
Yeah, but Ito's complicated. In that case, I will end my turn. I will move around to his backside, and I will end my turn.
And Alakul is gonna do the same. He is gonna strike with Mantis Claw. 27, and right green double daggers.
Alright, I need to get something for dinner, so 1 second.
Alright. It goes to Aruna.
Cool. guy not looking very rough, Colin?
He's beat up pretty badly.
Okay. Gonna move out of the shit circle over there, as you might imagine. Yeah, I'm gonna
semicircle.
just gonna keep on conserving them spell slots, you know? Gonna firebolt him.
Okay.
22.
22, that'll hit.
Nice. 17 fire damage.
17 big points of fiery damage.
Yeah, and he doesn't take necrotic, so my hex doesn't do anything. What a goddamn shame.
Okay, but it's still, you know, every little bit counting.
Hell yeah, dude.
17 points of damage. All right, goes to Klaus.
Okay. I'll move up here. Damn it, if I can click the right button. So 21.
21 will hit.
So 9 and then bonus. Hey, is he surrounded?
He's surrounded, yes.
Fantastic, because that's a crit, and I'm going to. Well, that's what? Hang on. $26.
26.
So all in all, 35 points damage.
I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Cool.
Woo! It span on 16 and they gave me an 8. So I got a 17.
Hey, you ready for this +3 wizard saving throw, Lou?
It is
Yeah,
a
you
DC
ready?
18.
Oh, baby! That's a 9.
Seriously?
Let's go.
Got a 20.
Yeah, Connor's not here, so you're gonna have to do it for him.
All right.
A fucking +9, and I missed by 1.
Feels bad, dude. At least you don't have 44 hit points.
I have 41.
Shit!
All right. There is all of a sudden the form of the giant shakes uncontrollably, and it explodes outwards in basically bony shards like a grenade exploding everywhere. The DC was 18.
Let's go!
If you passed, you only take half damage, unless of course you have evasion, then you take no damage.
One of them got a potion of necrotic resistance.
It's not necrotic damage, it's piercing damage.
Damn.
26.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
So,
Oh!
this. So I only take 13 because monk shit.
Alright. More importantly, that was not the right thing to hit.
Wait, what the fuck?
300 HP now. Congratulations, we're all dead.
No. I need to blend his tokens better. It's not gonna copy the right thing, so I'll just have to remake them.
Now, just saying, on a scale of 1 to 70, I'm feeling about 18 right now.
I see.
So I was really thinking about dipping into this room, but then I was like, yeah, and then I go in there and the tendrils pull me in the water and kill me anyway. Oh, shit.
Oh god, there's a bunch of tiny hymns.
I should have asked Colin if I could use intelligence instead of dex, because that would work, right?
Sure, why not?
Block the
Let's do it.
shards with your mind shield.
All right. That-
Oh shit.
All right. It deals. It's an explosion of piercing damage, and then the bones reform into several smaller versions of it.
Fantastic.
But the initiative order keeps going as it goes to Reed.
Connor, you missed the bone storm.
He exploded and almost killed me, Connor, and now there's a bunch of little hims running around killing us.
All right. Then I'm just gonna go ahead, unarmed strike it. It's 25, 14.
25 will hit.
Oh. It tells me on my tabletop that blue is rolling. That's cool.
Next one,
Or on my
24 for
Will
9.
hit as
beyond.
well.
Noise.
Then I'm gonna use a key point for flurry of blows. 29 for 14.
All
Is
right.
it dead yet?
No, no.
No? Okay, punch it again.
Shit.
27 for 13.
Where
Is
does
it
this guy
dead
go?
yet?
No.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Did
What
my
is it?
Bane carry over?
It did
I'm
not,
actually-
because they're not. It's not the same creature anymore. It's 3.
I'm gonna take 2 steps onto this and surround this guy.
Nice.
That shouldn't, since it teleported me over, I don't get,
No, it's a teleport, so you just take a step across.
yeah, I don't take the opportunity attack. Okay. And that's where I'll end my turn.
Okay.
After doing fucking...
It's gonna go to the Shadow
40.
Giants. They are gonna move. See, this one's gonna get in, tucked in nice and close.
See, he's afraid of the wizard. He ran away from me. You see that, guys?
Mm-hmm.
It
Oh
is
god, are
going
they all
to.
gonna just explode?
Well, no, they're gonna make a. Talon. They only have one talent attack, but it's gonna make a talent attack against Ito. It's only gonna be a 14.
Is a miss.
It's gonna make a talent attack against Klaus. It's gonna be a 16. They have not rolled above like a 4.
Miss.
Gonna make a talent attack against Reed. 23
That hits.
for 28 points of damage. Then
Are you I'm down. That
I
is
took-
exactly enough.
I took
Damn.
40 damage earlier, Lou.
and then they are going.
That's why I cast Bane on it. But it's not there anymore.
Oh, that's fucked.
I don't like that. Can they not?
I mean, she's gonna make Lou do more death saves, so it's fine.
It's gonna.
Or lose death saves.
Then they will have an aura moving out as well.
Honestly, I'm kind of glad I didn't take the dodge action because it wouldn't have fucking mattered because he ruled the same.
That's a whole lot of AoEs coming your way. As it goes to you, Ito.
Is that other one further down? Or is it on me?
It's on you, or it's not on you. It's all focusing down.
Said it goes to Ito.
Yes.
Well, it's just,
That's right.
yeah, there you go. I was gonna say that
There's
top one.
one above.
Okay. Ito is going to cast Bane at 2nd level on all 3 of these.
Alright. Same saving throw wisdom.
Yep. 6 charisma.
Charisma.
Oh,
13,
Target is 16.
all 3 fail.
You're
Oh,
gonna
shit.
switch
I didn't
over
mean to-
here.
oh, that's a waste of that. Wow.
Would have been nice to have it when you actually rolled it.
Yup.
Oh right, Reed is down.
You already chose your action, you goddamn fool.
Yeah. 1 second.
Don't worry, he's got
I'm
the
just-
backup monk ready.
I got like 3 backup monks ready.
I want a Runa to die, so I can play a monk too.
And then I actually had a character that would basically just be a chronicler. He would be completely shit in combat, but he's going to write down all the adventures.
You know, I'm gonna take a chance.
Feign them this way.
I'm gonna move over here.
Oh.
So that's 2 opportunity attacks.
Ooh, okay.
That's not.
27.
I was kidding about
That's
Nick
a
coming
minus
and us
1d4.
being dead.
24.
I will use my defensive duelist to block that.
Alright. Second attack. It's also going to be a 23. Or no, yeah,
That one
23.
will hit.
Do what?
That one hits. Sorry.
Oh, it'll be 30 points, or 14 points of slashing and 16 points of necrotic.
Okay. Alright.
Alright. But you do move past them.
And that is my turn. Is my vow of enmity broken?
Yes, it's technically there are 3 different creatures now than what they were.
Okay.
So you're ending your turn
Yes.
right there? Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's faint on my screen. Am I still on the thing?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like this row.
You're still in.
Can I redact that so I move around and come over here?
That is still in it. That is still in it.
Is it?
Yes.
It looks outside of it for me.
It ends
the
right at
edge is right there.
the edge. The
Oh,
edge
okay.
is basically from here
The,
to here.
from
to
from here forward, it's very, very faint.
Yeah, the edge is here to here to basically here.
Can I get behind Blue then?
Sure, but you're. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Alright, it goes to Alec Cool. He is going to use cunning action disengage. Get up here.
Probably a solid plan.
And he's just gonna attack once with the Mantis Claw. It's unfortunately gonna miss, because he's not surrounded anymore. Alright, it goes to Aruna.
This is going real swell. I'm thinking. Okay, cool. Maybe. Shit. So, you said they crackled with lightning, right? Like when they got up originally?
I mean, that's mostly describing effects, essentially, yes.
Okay.
They're not
That's
electricity
okay.
based at all.
I would say that's still taking a risk that they're resistant to lightning.
But they very likely might not be.
Okay. That one's right on top of Reed, isn't it?
Yes.
Fuck shit, motherfucker. So has no effect to creatures. He has 0 hit points too because he's unconscious. Fuck. Okay. This will be interesting if this works. 5th level, I'll cast Bigby's Hand above Reed.
Okay. Like protecting him?
I'm figuring out exactly what I want to do.
I'm gonna get pulled in and then just get slammed into the hand.
You finish him off.
How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling's about 20 feet high.
I know Ito probably wants to heal him too, is the other issue. He is in the airway. So does the cone straight forward, or is it like at an angle? Is it like an actual true cone? It's like at an angle?
What do you mean?
So in other words,
It hits
is it
this
sloping
square.
up? Is it sloping up?
It.
Because it's right at the tail end of that one cone, so I assume it's like,
would
even
let
if I
you-
bring...
Pull him up out of it, maybe. Sure. It's supposed to technically be like a true cone, like upwards as well.
It's fine, if that doesn't work, that doesn't work. That is entirely fair. Yeah, I'll just, since it's a cone, that's entirely fair. I'll just do interposing hand with Reed, so he has cover
All right.
with Bigby's hand, so
I mean,
hopefully
if-
he doesn't get meleeed.
I say if you want to spend that level spell slot on just protecting him, I will allow it.
Okay, well, if you say it's fine to lift him, I'll lift him, but otherwise he's just getting cover, essentially.
I gotta go bring Joe's dinner up, so just roll my death save. And
Oh, great.
I'll be back.
I'll say if you're spending that level spell slot to save him, he has basically you're completely blocking him from these cone's attacks.
Yep, that's fine. That's what I'll do. That's my bonus action and my action. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, that's the edge right there, right?
Yes, that's the edge. You can step in the teleporter. It will take you over here.
I'm gonna stay by it in case I need to get the fuck out of the way. But yeah, that's
Okay.
it for me.
Sorry about
Goes to Klaus.
I blocked Lou with Bigby's hand to try to stop the cones from fucking killing him.
that. Good shit.
So Klaus, for his turn, I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna cunning action disengage. Six. That's 30 feet movement. I'm going to, with the Eyes of Vecna presented in the room, I'm going to try and compel the undead guards in this room to my thrall,
All right.
I guess. I'm gonna shout, "Make yourselves useful and make yourselves scarce."
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Ah. Alright, hang on. Wait. I'm pushing. I'm gonna do a. What's it called? Features. That's a 7.
All right.
So that's an 18.
As you hold out, you hold up your hand, and much to your surprise, it actually, they immediately answer, snapping up. But now I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes. Fail it. 16.
Oh boy. You know, I hate to do an interlude in the middle of a fight, but we
Yeah,
have
you
to
don't.
do an interlude in the middle of a fight.
Whee!
The eye answers your call, and you can see the undead rise up, their eyes glistening, now intently focused on you, completely under your thrall. A new master of undeath, essentially exactly what the Redeemer was. Despite the fact that you didn't take up his mantle, you kinda have, in a way.
Yeah, a little bit.
Um,
I kind of took Grandma's recipe, made it my own.
hold on just a second. Okay. You hear, Beaver? Shit.
Can you dig it?
Klaus. You find yourself no longer staring over this dank, sort of dusty vault, the Redeemer's Vault. It's a place you've seen before. The vast field, the vast mausoleums, the place you've seen before, visited in your dreams.
Oh, the Cathedral of Ash.
The Cathedral of Ash, yes.
Nice.
Cathedral of Ass. And you initially are a little bit confused, perhaps a little bit disoriented. But you are quickly reoriented as a hand finds its way onto your shoulder. There is what appears to be the only way to describe it, you can't. It's not male or female. It's not beautiful nor hideous. It just is. It's a humanoid with faintly mottled purple skin, piercing black eyes, and lank hair that looks at you. So you have embraced my gifts.
I wouldn't say fully embrace.
Shh, there's...
Necessary, though.
The form kind of smiles at you and says, "But you have. And you will. Just like he did. Because everybody has things they want and desire, and everybody's willing to pay the price at some point." As you can feel the eyes of Vecna burning. Go do my bidding, my child, and know that I walk with you. As you are snapped back, not completely yourself. There's always an otherness with you. One, your alignment is changed to chaotic evil.
Ooh, fantastic.
You gain the ideal. Exploit the dead as readily as you would the living. And you are snapped back. So you gain that. In fact, I already changed it in your character sheet on D&D Beyond.
Okay, I was about to just type that in.
So you have been changed to chaotic evil. You've gained that ideal. You also gained the flaw, incapable of loving anything living.
Fantastic.
All right. But that's it. You're snapped back, and all of these undead are completely under your spell. I will go ahead and roll up an initiative for them. But we can head back.
Oh shit. No, he's back.
All right.
Klaus is gonna commit the TPK himself.
Yeah, I gotta say, there's TPKing, and then there's getting TPK'd by your fellow party member. That's
All
a
right.
new one.
Fireballs read on the ground.
There is absolutely. If you want, and I'll even let the undead move on your turn, Klaus, as they come in. They start shambling in. At your
Have them kill.
every whim, walking towards you. In fact, they don't even have to worry about it because they're immune to this fucking necrotic damage. Alright. That being said, I imagine that's still probably not enough time for Lou to get back.
Can I ask what caused Lou to go down?
I don't remember. Oh, it was he got attacked by something. A claw attack.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, I wanted to make sure that people will remember my aura of protection.
He went down
Alright, I
via
believe
a
that
claw
was
attack.
action, bonus action, and movement. So that's me.
Alright.
Time for the death saving.
Ah,
throw.
hell, hang on a second.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get one player death in for the game's over.
Alright, it's a pass.
Oh shit. Look, it's the cat. The cat is playing.
The cat is playing. She's so large.
Alright. There's an explosion of energy outwards from the shadow giants as shadowy tendrils reach out in every direction in front of them. They are going to, it doesn't hit anyone. The only person in range would be Reed, but he now has a hand of basically earth that's completely covering him. I'm going to roll the damage he would normally have taken. 21. I'm going to make you make a concentration save with disadvantage on this.
Who's it?
Against it's Aruna, because she's the one that's concentrating on it.
The con
Since it's such a strange situation and it's hard to keep your concentration on it, but it is a low concentration check. It is only a 10 or so.
Well, that's not bad.
All right, you
17.
maintain concentration. However, the hand is nearly cracked, but it is still in place. You don't think it would survive another attack, but it has held up against this one. All right. But that extinguishes
the hand.
there.
Okay.
All right. They're going to move. They are baned, however.
Man, Bane's a useful spell. Crazy.
Rush down here.
Oh, what up, dude?
We'll start with Aruna. It's gonna make an attack roll against you. It is baned, so that is.
Well, regardless.
It's gonna be an 18 minus 3, a 15.
She will not hit me with mage armor, crazily enough.
Luckily enough, it's going to make an attack roll against Alec Cool. Wait, it would help if I actually. Oh, another really shit roll. They have been rolling awful. They've got a plus 12 to hit. And then it's gonna be, it doesn't hit anyways, even with the Bane. This one is actually going to, instead of attacking Ito or Reed, it's going to finish off your hand. It's gonna start ripping into it, trying to get to Reed.
So I have a question for you, Colin.
Yeah.
Since it got hit by 3 of those beams, that's why it's so low health, right?
Yes, or it got hit by a bunch of those beams.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say it has hit point maximum equal to my hit point maximum. So yeah, okay. Oh, just making sure. But yeah, that'll fucking kill it. Because that would be a lot of damage.
Well, it got hit by at least 2 of them, so...
Oh
I
yeah,
gotta deal with dogs. Give me a second.
it'd be real rough. Rip. That's fine. Hey, it's a shame the guy that was gonna heal our downed guy is gone on his turn. Coming up.
Right thing there. That is not what I wanted to copy.
Damn, dude, that's a lot of fucking turns.
Alright. They begin charging up more of their eye beams. That was necrotic damage. These guys did not take it. But the point is, they dealt quite a bit of damage. But I'm just kind of letting it... For flavor's sake, since normally you wouldn't be allowed to, like, cover Reed and completely protect him, I'm letting it basically be a temporary hit points over top of him.
Cheers to that.
It is going to be Ito, who is going to delay his turn. Gonna go to,
Yeah.
since apparently Connor's not here, gonna go to the Skellingtons.
I think he was gonna dump his lay on hands full if he doesn't come back somehow between now and then.
They are completely under your thrall. They have,
So, it doesn't affect my turn at all to tell them what to do?
you just tell them what to do. They move as you see fit, just tell me how you want to move them.
Alright, I'll move him there, and I'll have him pull Reed out.
Okay. Sure. Let me,
Mark
make an
me.
athletics test. So, it's good enough. As it yanks him away.
Then I will...
Klaus's brain is too big.
Let's see. That one there, down there.
You said this one?
Yep.
Okay.
This one space to the right. I'll move that one here, and that one right here.
Alright.
Okay, sorry, family got here.
The undead shamble forward, one of them yanking Reed away, but the rest just charging straight into the enemies. You're having all but this one attack, right, since his action was pulled?
Yep.
Alright, they have +6 to hit. So we'll start there. Gonna be a miss. Or no, 18. It's gonna be hit. Gonna be a miss. Gonna be a hit. Gonna be a hit. 3 hits and a miss. Wielding long swords. So that's -10. Alright. They begin Ito, Aruna, you're surprised to see just undead pouring away from past Klaus, just running past him into the fight, as he holds his hand out forward. your hand is degloved, right? At this point,
Oh, yeah.
at this point, you feel no urge to hide it, at all. And as
Yeah,
he holds
the
his
sun is done.
as he holds his hand out, you can see the gem blinks as it looks onwards. And the undead absolutely follow his whim, and they charge into the fight, slashing into the undead. Undead versus undead fight, go! Goes to Alec Cool. For your clarification, Beaver, they have a +6 to hit, and they deal 1d8 +2 damage. Or 1d10 +2 damage, technically. Because they are two-handing longswords.
Wow.
Alright, Alec Cool's gonna shift away. Gonna make an attack with... See, this is one nice... Oh wait, I forgot, he's in NPC mode, so he's doing the most basic... A basic melee attack, and a basic unarmed attack. Or basic bonus attack. No sneak attack bonuses, no nothing. If he wanted to get sneak attack bonus, he'd fucking be here.
Damn.
Minus 14 more points of damage as he begins he also continues chipping away at him. It goes to you, Aruna.
Whoa!
There are now undead everywhere, although there looks like some answer to Klaus.
Spooky. I'm gonna go into this. And yes, I am gonna move away from this gentleman, so he may have an opportunity attack if he so desires.
This one right here?
Yes, sir.
Alright. 23 minus 1, 22.
I'll use my illusionary class feature to
Sorry, the
make
nieces are
him
here.
to make him miss.
Probably a good idea. You don't want to take 30 points of damage.
Yeah, so it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No shit, that's not what I meant
Too
to
late.
do, Colin.
You did it.
Do you mean that, Colin? Did I do it accidentally?
Yes, right into the middle of its frontal cone attack.
Fuck. That's a shame. Yeah, I'm gonna. If DM doesn't actually hate me, I will stop right there.
All right, you can stop right there.
Well, thanks so much. I have 18 hit points. It hurts. Okay. Well, Reed's kind of still in the shit, but he's not super.
I got Reed.
Your turn has been delayed till the end since you weren't here, so you'll go after Klaus.
Alright. I'm just gonna firebolt that asshole down there. This guy right here.
Okay.
Because I'm concerned. Don't want to. Fuck, dude. 14?
Nope.
Yeah, that's real unfortunate.
Not a great roll.
Yeah, it's okay. Wizard, I'm pretty much one and done. Yeah, that's it.
Wait, don't you have spell
Okay.
slots to spend, my dude?
Listen, Colin, I don't trust you that there's not another thing to fight. So yeah, that's it.
Colin's camera is on. So
Yeah,
we
so
can't
we-
see his visual illusions.
It's true, since I came back, I did not turn my camera on, but that's okay. If that's the case, it goes to you, Klaus. You now have a small, basically, strike force of undead. Not only that, there's a coldness that has just washed over you.
Klaus.
Oh no, is Beaver not here?
No,
He's gotta use the one brain cell that we have between all of us. He's gotta transfer that.
no. Doing this would be probably the most utmost retarded thing I possibly could do, so I might hold off.
Fireball Reed.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go standard here.
Kill Reed. Bring him back to life.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my animate dead scroll. Or I'm gonna use the eye of Vecna to cast fucking animate dead.
Okay.
No, hell no.
You can.
I would
Kill
do
him
that
and
to him.
animate him.
I would
what
do
he'd
that
want.
to him.
He loves
Oh,
to
We
you
go
would
back.
not. We would walk away from the table.
Undead monk, thick as fuck, dude.
I'm going to firebolt.
You actually hear, you hear a voice that echoes in your head, Klaus, that says, "If this undead opposes you, kill it." Beaver, look at what your Eye of Vecna can, or your the double Eye of Vecna can do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna hurt me.
Nothing wrong with hurting yourself.
Fuck it, I'll use it.
Alright.
Savory.
I was gonna say, there's something you can do with the Eye of Vecna against this undead.
I know. I actually wanted to do that against the bone giant until he fractured.
Okay, but it will work. It's interesting enough that it'll work.
Alright, I'm just gonna like point to this one. I'm gonna snap my fingers.
All right, you cast Power Word Kill on the undead. As it immediately just shrinks and falls apart.
Well, shit, we can't fight Klaus now. He's just gonna power word kill us at random.
Fucking Thanos snap.
You Thanos snap him as you use your ability essentially to just kill an undead.
And for good measure, bonus action, Psychic Blade. On that one. That's 24, 26, and 8, doesn't matter.
It does hit.
For 17 points.
17 points of damage.
I imagine the smoky blades have got a little more black and acrid.
Oh no. They're the same color, but now whenever they shoot out of your arms, they sound like screams.
Oh, great.
Oh, or like steam hissing out of a pipe or something. Oh shit.
It's not good.
Oh.
It sounds like the sound of ghost rock burning. That's a Savage Lands, Deadlands thing. Whenever you burn ghost rock, it screams. But, if that's it for Klaus,
Yep.
it goes to Ito at the
Alright,
end of the
Ito.
round.
Ito is going to move up here. Does anything happen when I move out of the cone?
No. The cone fires off on their turn. It just, that's the area it happens.
Okay. I am going to dump 30 points of lay on hand onto Reed as an act.
Alright?
So he gets 30 health.
His eyes sort of slowly flutter open, and he's surrounded by fucking undead. And Ito, which is worse.
And I will slap him and say, the skeletons are friends. And I will cast Healing Word on myself at 3rd level. So... Oh my god, you're fucking shitting me!
So bad, dude.
Okay.
Oh, the friends!
I'm upset. Okay, I'm at 25 health. Sorry, 26 health.
Oh.
It's fine.
So, that's my turn, I guess.
I should have made this a single phase boss fight.
Fine.
All right.
I mean, to be fair, Colin, I took 36 damage for no reason because I could have cast Misty Step as a class feature, not a spell earlier. So
Oh,
that was my bad.
it goes to Reed now.
Reed, you better do something fucking fancy.
I don't think
Might not even be here.
who is here.
God damn it, Luke.
He is going to stand up. Half his movement. And he is actually going to gonna move down. Bam. Bamf across the room. To make sure he's safe.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Hey, he's back.
Hey,
No,
okay.
While eating, I got something caught in my throat, and it's just,
You're prone but awake with 30 hit points. Also, you're now
Yeah,
surrounded by undead.
I've been in and out, so.
You're getting the undead are friendly. Well, most of them are.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's actually fitting because Reed's been dead and has no idea what the fuck's going on. You've been gone and have no idea what the fuck's going on. It all makes sense. All ends up.
There's 14 to this one in the bottom left, or bottom right.
14, not quite enough to hit it.
Alright, let's try again.
Look at this dragon, you guys.
Is that 20?
20 will hit.
For a 13.
Alright.
Well, hold on. That dragon's pretty damn thick.
He's a big boy. He's not the biggest dragon I've got, but he's a big boy.
And then I'm actually going to take the dodge as my bonus action with the key
Look at the
point.
size of these dragon wings. I mean, come the fuck on.
And that's gonna be it for me.
Like, look at these fucking wings. A person can fly with these. Alright. You are safe now, however, as it goes the Shadow Giant's turn and the attacks fire off and don't hit anybody.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Amazing.
Pew! Pew! And then I have to determine which way their new attacks are gonna go.
I can't wait to have to kill Beaver in our campaign.
The ultimate bad guy.
Yeah.
Aren't the real bad guys the friends you've made along the way?
Cause you're a tough guy, get fucked in the butt guy. Alright, they're gonna turn their gaze this way. One is going to attack Ito. Still baned though. That's something.
Knock Ito unconscious while he's not here. Fucking.
That is the wrong button. That is their
The hell is that?
That is their cold shadow attack, which I replaced with their constantly going AoE cones, essentially. To make it so you have to move around during the fight. It's mechanics, shut up. Venomous Talons. 31 versus armor class against Ito.
Well, I don't think he can do anything about that even though he's not here.
28 versus armor class against Ito. I'm just gonna go
Hell
ahead
yeah.
and hit him for that damage.
Is he unconscious?
He's unconscious.
Nice!
They did a shit ton of necrotic damage.
TPK! TPK! TPK!
No, it's not a TBK, because I can just raise you all.
No, just leave Ito dead. We'll be better off.
Okay, Connor can play as one of the skeletons that I just broke. We'll leave Ito behind. We'll give him to the guy who's putting corpses in the oven.
You know what the best part is? If he gets hit by all those codes, he's just gonna fucking die.
One is going to make... well, it's somebody's turn. They dragged Reed out. It's someone's turn to drag Ito out. But one is going to make an attack against your skeleton up here. If they have 16 armor class, so 23. Basically, I made them one-shot minions, so if they hit, they die. But it does
Connor.
absorb an attack.
Man, sir,
You're unconscious. Congratulations.
why am I unconscious? What
Because
did
you
I
got
do?
hit. You got hit for 37 points of damage. Even with the Bane, it would have been a 31 minus 3, a 28 to hit.
That would hit.
So bad.
You took 16 slashing and 21 necrotic
I
damage.
actually wanted to ask, I only have one reaction per turn, right?
Yes.
So I couldn't use my reaction to use cutting words and defensive duelist?
If you use them on the save turn, you could not. but one deal 37 damage to you.
I'm down. Blue, avenge me.
As it goes to you, Ito.
Okay.
Make a death saving throw.
Death save. Death save.
Ooh.
For added flavor, what memory flashes behind your eyes?
Time he cocked Adelindra on the battlefield.
For what,
Ish.
Beaver?
Said for added flavor, what's the memory that flashes before your eyes?
Oh, before I died?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Is it someone pushing you on a swing set?
No, honestly, I've thought about that quite a lot, actually. And I think that the memory that would flash before Ito's eyes the most is him abandoning Yanduin and Adelindra on the battlefield.
Yeah, it was
I was
fucked up.
right.
It
I
is
was
his,
right.
But
it is his greatest failure.
That's what flashes before your eyes as you make a death saving throw.
And it's a D20, right? That's it.
It's a straight D20. When you get a 10 up.
I got a 10!
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
whew. Close one, but still.
So I just put a 1 up here?
It automatically filled it in for you whenever you saved.
Oh, did it?
Yes.
If you did a death saving throw instead of rolling just a D.
But
Oh, yeah,
unfortunately,
I rolled it by hand.
you are still in this cone, so someone's gonna have to get you out. Or someone's gonna have to take care of these guys pretty quickly. They are beat up these two guys are beat up pretty badly. But it is going to go from Ito to the Skellingtons.
Yay!
Tell the skeletons to stab Ito, Cloud.
Tell them to finish him off.
I take back.
More meat for the charnel pit. That's not a joke. That's what you hear in your head.
I think which one I got to kill. Alright. The one beside me, I'm gonna move up here.
Alright. It shuffles forward.
That guy down there is gonna move up here. He's gonna move there.
Which one? This one?
No, this one here. Beside
one?
Ito.
This
move
guy's gonna
north.
swing at him.
Oh, that's right, I forgot. Hang on. One. No, yeah, he can move through, he just can't in his turn. So 1, 2, 6. He's got 30 feet of movement, right?
They're undead. They take. Well, I've been pretty loose with their movement, so just move them wherever.
Okay. I'll move him on right.
Yeah, I've been pretty loose with their movement, just for interesting. It's okay for them to be in the AoE. They're immune to necrotic damage, so.
Alright, I'm gonna use that one to yank Ito out of this one.
Alright. It can move. Shit. It can move half its movement speed, so I'll let it move. Oh shit! It drops Ito
Oh god.
right there.
Well, yeah, but the point is, I'm gonna have these three kind of grate this one in the mouth.
Alright, yeah.
Tie it to the radiator, grape it for decades and decades and decades.
Yeah. I'll say if you can burn this one down, Ito will be out of the cone. 'Cause,
Yep.
It's close, but I'll say it's out of it.
Alright, so 3 attacks on
Alright.
North Batty.
Alright, to have advantage, so it's D20 plus 6. That is going to be an 18 plus 6. So that'll hit. That will not hit. That will hit. 2 hits! So 2 D10 plus 4. Wow, they rolled real shit. 8 plus 4, 12 points of damage, but he is beat up. This one's already been beat up pretty badly, and he's not doing great. There's a good chance that he can be burned down. And we'll see, actually. Actually... Boy, it would be kind of nice to have Okay, what's gonna happen? Ito heals for 8 points of damage, as Alec Cool is going to cast Healing Word.
8 points.
8 points.
Whoa.
That is his bonus action, and he will continue attacking with doing a melee basic attack with the Mantis Claw. 16 is not good enough to hit, however. But Ito, you're up with 8 health points. You're just laying on the ground. It goes to you, Aruna.
Phenomenal. Oh, thank you.
I'm still looking at death saves. It won't show me. Okay, there we go. I typed it into healing and it came up.
Yeah, if you type heal, whenever you type it into healing, it adds the healing you received, and it brings you up.
Got it. There we go. Come up. I gotta help my niece with one thing real quick.
This one's beat up pretty fucking badly.
Excuse me. Do I have some sort of advantage because he's surrounded?
For a melee attack, yes, not for a ranged attack.
Okay. That makes sense. I'm reading something.
I mean, technically, if we were playing by the rules, you'd actually have a disadvantage because you'd be shooting through people.
Fair. Sure, I'm gonna... I got some stealth left. I'm gonna magic missile him, so I don't miss.
Do it.
Yeah.
What level?
1. That's first level.
Don't be a bitch.
It's first level, I ain't afraid.
Don't be a bitch. Use your higher level spell slots.
That's 2 max damage bolts, bitch.
Alright.
And then a bad one, so he takes 12 damage.
12 points of damage. Huh?
He's still up? Let's
Still
go.
up.
Yes!
But barely.
If Ito goes down, it only makes my plans easier, Colin.
It'll go to Klaus. I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm gonna pee.
Okay. Goes to Klaus. This one up top here is barely standing. $15 is not enough.
I'm going to 19
19.
for 18 points. Damage.
Right. You hear a voice that says, "They should bow to you," as you strike into this undead as it kills him. As he sort of, you tear into him with your psychic blades, ripping his ribs aside, severing his spine and completely destroying him, leaving only one remaining. Alright.
That's my turn.
It'll go to Reed. Oh shit, is Lou here? Oh no, Lou's gone. Alright, he is deferred. It goes to the Shadow Giants. Their attack fires off without hitting anyone. It reaches out and wraps around the skeleton, but the skeleton is completely unaffected by the necrotic damage.
Woo!
Even so, this remaining Shadow Giant is going to move up. That's who he's going to attack. We're going to give evens, Ito, odds, Reed. Odds is going to make an attack roll against Reed.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
That ain't good.
Ooh. Good night, sweet prince.
That ain't good. That ain't good.
That hurt. Yeah.
Is it?
Woo! Where's our
Ooh,
dream
wow.
cleric to cancel the natural 20?
I'm unconscious, correct?
Yes.
Does cutting words affect a crit?
It does not. Neither does Bane.
Yeah. That hurts.
Shit, that's not death for him though, right? He's just down
He
again.
takes.
I put 30 points of lay on hands on him. So he would be just
Okay,
dead.
he
Or,
takes
just
51 points of damage.
Woo! He's still down there.
But he
Yeah,
is
he's down,
down,
he's
but
not
it does
dead.
not outright kill him.
because it would have to be what 90 to kill him.
Something like that. However,
Isn't it your health plus double what you had remaining or something?
It's
weird.
It's like it's half, like something like half your, or it's your health beyond your threshold.
That's right. Okay.
Oh, damn.
Unfortunately, he has a death saving throw coming up because he wasn't here. He got delayed till the end of the turn. It goes to you, Ito. You can pick him back up, but holy crap, he got hit hard.
I don't have any lay on hands.
You might. Are you out of? Oh wait, I don't know. Did you choose healing spells? I don't know what healing spells you chose.
I have healing spells.
Okay.
Hit him in the balls. Bring him back.
I feel like it's better to just kill this target than it is to.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He also redoes his. Let's say he's gonna go.
I don't like how violently divisible that is.
Maybe Lou died in real life from choking, so it would be poetic for his character to die.
Okay. Are you done, Colin?
Yes, it's just gonna push his cone there.
I'm gonna sidestep, and I'm gonna.
The point of the cones is just to make the battlefield a little bit more active and moving.
Sure. Give me a second. I gotta read something.
He uses the Ring of Grammarian to cast Gaon Hands.
Or it could be lay on sands for beach sex.
What about lay on
And
land?
just to confirm, that was an attack that caused that, or was it a saving throw?
That caused him. You read to go down. That was an attack. That was his Tenebrous Talons. Saving throws can't crit.
No, I just wanted to make sure that damage wasn't caused by a saving throw.
No.
I am going to. I'm nearly dead. I'm gonna attack.
You got spell slots. They're there to be spent.
Yeah, I'm gonna how many times can I do?
What's kind of fun was I was gonna have a mechanic that had like tentacles reaching up through here to try to get you, but I felt like that might be too hard. Might be too busy.
I was wondering what the pink square down here was.
Yeah, there was gonna be tentacles up here from down here. But it was gonna come on this one. There was gonna be arrows from undead coming through here. It was meant to like chop up the battlefield while you were moving, but it felt like it's probably a good introduction to new boss mechanics to not have those flying across the screen while you were there.
22.
A 22 will hit.
Oh man.
7
points of damage. All right.
What the fuck, dude?
A bunch of your damage comes from divine smites.
No, I know, but the Inquisitor it's a 1d8 plus strength, right?
It's plus strength plus 1.
So it should be 1d8 plus 2, and I feel like consistently
It's a 1d8 plus 3 plus 1.
that feels really low for what I've been. Sorry, that doesn't feel low. What I've been rolling feels really.
Yeah, but You rolled a 3 for that attack roll.
Okay. All right.
If you want, you can look at it. Whenever you click on it, it expands it to what you rolled, and it shows your bonuses.
Okay.
So you rolled a 1d8 plus 3 plus 1.
So I'll take that, and then I'm going to drop a a 3rd level spell slot to do.
It's the time to
Divine
do it.
Scroll. So that'll be 5d8 because he's undead, so I get a bonus.
He is undead.
That's 24 damage.
That's what you want to see. That's where the damage come from. Bam. He's still standing, but barely.
Okay, well, I'm gonna drop him with this. I hope. That's a 24.
Another hit.
And 8. And fuck it, yeah.
They're there. Use them.
Jesus.
What's a?
Oh my god, what a shitty roll.
Yeah.
13 bonus damage. So, 21 on that attack.
Right. As the Ashen Inquisitor, the Ashen Blade begins slashing into its back, opening up terrible sort of gashes on its ribcage and its spine. It turns to you, lifting its hands angrily to strike out at you. Before you take the Ashen Blade and drive it upward, piercing through the top of its skull as it pauses for a moment and then falls, just disassembles, falling to the ground, dead.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry guys, I gotta go.
Okay, is everything okay?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I got a piece of steak or whatever caught in my throat, and I finally got it up, and now I just can't swallow.
Okay, well, take care of yourself.
Yeah, that's more important than this. But I'll roll for you. Don't worry about it.
I swear to God, if Lou gets killed by a steak, I'm gonna be mad.
He dies by stake. That
If
disappears.
the combat is over,
The combat is not over because Reed is still, technically, it doesn't go out of combat order because Reed is still dying.
Can I spend a bonus action to cast Healing Word at 2nd level?
If you have the bonus action, you can cast it.
9.
Right. That does bring Reed up with 9 points.
Why are my dice... My attack, my shit to hit is great.
As soon as
everything else is garbage.
As soon as he is out of danger, that ends the initiative. Because it had to, otherwise it would have had to,
Does Healing Word work on an unconscious target?
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
I don't know.
It's just a creature you can see. You can see him, right?
Yeah. I wasn't aware if they had to hear me, though.
No. Just a creature you can see. Alright.
What is your healing word?
The final...
Is my healing word?
What is your healing
Yeah,
word?
like when you point
Oh my
over,
God.
like, look at that passed out cunt. Is cunt the magic word that heals him?
Would
No.
Ito's healing word be Adelindra? Or would it be Amelia? Or would it be the Green Lady's name, whose name I don't feel like saying? Avendol Dara Dara.
Avendor Aldera. I think it would be in Elvish, in the name of Avendor Aldera. So I don't know how to say that. But if you tell me how to say that, I will start saying that. No, it's not trash. This is money.
You have to say Laura Lahantalalasia.
Laura Lanthalassa, Avendor Aldera. You know, Laura Lanthalassa is the entire inspiration for the Green Lady, just so you're aware.
Okay, well, that's okay. Reed sort of... It would be... I do wish Lou was here so we could behold the abomination that is Klaus with undead servants. Doesn't seem like the type of thing Reed would like.
What? What's wrong with the German guy obsessed with the dead thing?
So hear me out.
There's no historical precedent
But hold-
about that.
I will
Hear me
say,
out.
that fight, y'all got beat up a little more than I thought you would.
Alright, hear me out. We kill Lou and we make it an evil for the greater good campaign right now.
For the record, Lou as a resurrected Reed would possibly unlock that roleplay from Lou that I've been craving so long. I think he would be so out of his normal character that it would force him into roleplay situations, and I think he would love it.
See, I think if I raised this character from the dead, he'd walk away from the table.
No. Reed would own it, or Lou would own it.
You're
He
left.
would, at the very least, like roleplay Reed's killing himself.
You are left in the silence of the vault. The final guardian is dead. As you look to where he previously blocked off the path, there is a heavy iron door. It is inscribed with very clear arcane runes, magically warded.
Oh, Baba Booey.
This
does anyone have
is
any?
Ito looking at Cloud.
Oh. Well, before all that, does anyone have any spare healing they would like to administer? Because I'm coughing up blood.
I have 2.
Holy crap, did you actually get that beat up? Wow, you did get that beat up. This fight ended up being harder than I thought it would.
I took a lot of damage from the tentacles calling, and then I got hit like once.
I'm glad I didn't bring out the tentacles and the arrows.
See, I'd be much better if I had, because I forgot that I can cast Misty Step as a class feature, so that it gets around the 2 spells a turn thing, or the 1 spell a turn thing. So that's why I took those opportunity attacks. If I had just Misty stepped out of the way, I would have been fine. But
you didn't.
Can NPC Alacool heal me?
I have
Alacool
2 spell slots.
NPC Alacool will heal you. He will cast Cure Wounds. This would have been better with Alacool here. You heal for 11.
That's pretty okay. That's more than I had before.
I got 22 for me, so I'm at 30.
Nice.
He will also cast Infestation on you.
Damn. What a shame.
I feel like perhaps we should rest, gentlemen and lady. You know, Reed's already out. He's not going to complain.
That's true.
We wake him up. We tell him it was a matter
That being
of
said, there is the door right in front of you.
So I know that this is a factor of the map, but that the skeleton is no longer.
He's no longer there. Yes, he's just on the map.
Is he in pieces?
He's in pieces. Yes. Whenever he broke apart, he broke into these smaller pieces, and once those smaller pieces were destroyed, they broke into ever smaller pieces. So he's just in pieces.
You know what? We are going to take a rest. I am going to. I'm going to doff my weaponry and whatnot, and I want to cast Ceremony to perform a funeral rite on this giant corpse, so that he cannot come back as an undead for the next 7 days.
You can do that.
What about Song of Rest?
I mean, I can Song of Rest. Do I have Song of Rest yet? I don't know if I do.
Klaus.
Oh yes, I do. I do have Song of Rest.
This is a safe place to take a rest because of you. Every undead in this place answers to you now.
Excellent.
Do I recognize that? Because that would cause some hesitation for.
You can roll an insight check.
That is a 10.
You're not sure about everything, but the ones you're seeing, they are adherent to every command that Klaus makes.
Realizing I'm not in a house that is my own, I would inform Klaus of what I am about to do. I understand that this is an unholy place, and that doesn't bother me as much as it bothers Reed, but I can do something that would prevent our friend that we just dispatched from coming back, making this place just a little bit safer.
Roll a religion check for me, actually, Connor.
Ito? Okay.
Ito, yeah. You suck at that.
You're the worst paladin ever.
Hear about this. Aruna, make an Arcana check. Either I'll take whichever is highest.
Get a two. Ah, alright.
I did get a 2!
But it's still a decent roll. This place is not desecrated.
Ah. Neat.
Well, knock yourself out.
It's not consecrated or desecrated. It is, or actually, no, it is consecrated. I'll say it is.
Interesting.
It is
I'ma go
consecrated
ahead.
in the name of Vecna.
Oh, fuck me.
Do we know that specification?
You don't know that, but Klaus does.
Okay, I'm gonna start to prepare a ceremony. It takes an hour.
Yeah, you got an hour. Like I said, nothing's attacking you because they're all completely under Klaus's thrall. While he's down here.
I will reassemble the corpse, and I will bless it. I will touch its forehead with my symbol of the Green Lady in St. Cuthbert, and I will perform a funeral rite
Alright.
on it. Weirdly, the spell does not specify that it has to be a freshly dead corpse.
That's fine. You
So
hear you
It requires a wish spell to be brought back to undead.
okay.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna move Klaus like up here in the corners, like rest against the wall. I'm gonna have the 2 undead up here and then 2 undead up here. I'm just gonna like get some disease while knocks himself out with the whole consecration thing.
Okay. You can take a rest up here.
That is my final spell slot.
You give it a funeral rite, and you can only as you deliver this giant's last rites, it sort of you just hear a quiet voice in your head as you can see its eyes flare to life for just 1 second as he says, "He found a worthy successor."
He found a worthy successor?
Yes.
And the
Redeemer.
Storm Giant says that?
Yes. And then the eyes empty, and this undead giant is able to finally find some peace. You can take a short rest. Read.
So I will use Song of Rest during that. If I'm allowed to. I don't know how. Because funeral rite takes 1 hour. So if I can do a
Either
short
way, I
rest.
was doing my rest during your funeral thing anyway. So even if you cast Song of Rest, I wouldn't take the.
What does Song of Rest say?
Here, I'll click it. There you go.
Sure, why not?
I mean, if it means we have to delay a bit longer, I'm fine with that because I'm tapped.
You can delay an extra hour to make sure everybody gets Song of Rest. Everybody can heal.
Everybody can heal, and by spending 1 or more hit dice, each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6.
Yeah.
So
Do you roll a d6 or
he does?
You roll. I roll it.
No, they can. Whenever they spend it, they roll an extra.
Okay, so I get 2 for that.
All right, Reed is going to heal for 13. Actually, he will heal for. He's gonna spend all his healing dice.
Is there a way to do multiple?
Don't know. I think you only do 1 at a time.
That's very annoying. This is the stupidest chat log.
Jesus Christ. Ah! Alright, spend all the hit dice, sure, why not?
And my Song of Rest does not include Constitution modifier.
And that is not. I will say that is not an extra 1d6 per hit dice. It is 1d6 total.
1d6 total. How did you do the synopsis? That's cool.
So you do not hit a 1d6 total. Or it's not 1d6 per hit dice spent, it is 1d6 total. At this point, it doesn't really matter, as you take your rest. You spend about an hour sort of patching your wounds, healing yourself once again, making sure everything is tip-top, and for the most part, I mean, people are still pretty, like, Reed's still pretty significantly wounded, Ito still got some wounds, that sort of thing, but Alec Cool didn't spend any hit dice, but he didn't take a lot of damage, just a little bit wounded, but for the most part, everybody's able to bring themselves up and take a short rest.
I got my mic to work. I don't know what was wrong.
Perhaps a little disconcertingly, you do see these undead leering over you as Klaus sits with a vanguard of undead servants. But after that end of the short rest, there is still the matter at hand. After the guy is destroyed, the undead giant guardian is destroyed. The teleportation circle itself at the center comes back online, as you can teleport out.
I would address Klaus. Your large friend here informed me that you are the Redeemer's successor. We have a gentleman to the east who is tasked with disposing of corpses. This one, and I will indicate the giant, will not return to undeath within 7 days. Would you like him to be disposed of? This is now your domain, so I default to you.
I'd say he's on his rest. He's been used enough.
I have a feeling that the magic of this place may bring him back once we are gone, once the 7 days have passed, and to leave such an important domain. I'm sorry?
Back with us. Let's bring his remains to the surface and bury him properly, and then he won't come back.
While I and Reed will, of course, appreciate the sentimentality of that, to part a watchman from his watch is a very poor idea in my experience. I performed this funeral rite simply to give us more time.
Well, let's see what he was watching. I move closer to the door. I want to inspect. You said I had arcane runes.
It is
and stuff,
heavily
there's traps.
inscribed with arcane runes.
Check the arcane part if he does the mechanical.
Sneeze. Sorry. Alright. A magic mouth appears as you approach. It says, "The password is my master's name. He would have told you if he wanted you to pass through." Let's see who remembers what the Redeemer's name is.
It's not Algernon.
Albert von Richter.
Albert von Richten is correct.
Mm-hmm.
As it,
Are we back on Richten? I keep fucking flip-flopping.
Albert von Richten. It's von Richten. It's not von Richter.
It was always Richten. Colin accidentally said Richter.
I accidentally said Richter and had some maps where it said von Richter, but it transformed to von Richten at the end.
Okay.
But it is von Richten. But the door says, "That is correct. You know my master's true name." It opens up.
Whoa! Oh, don't like that. Well, undead.
Yeah, would you like to take point on this one, boys?
I'm next to useless, but sure.
Yeah, no. I think you
the
mean.
zombies.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move it to the side and let these zombie boys go.
Oh, them, right. Gotta be more specific.
Alright, they move in. But nothing happens to them.
Nice.
You can... Let me describe the scene for you, Klaus. It's not quite what you see with them on the map because I'm limited by what I can do in Dungeon Draft, but the ground itself is ice, but it is not ice as you would expect. It is like dark black ice that glitters. You can see there is a plinth that rises up from the center of this ice, and it is adorned with flowers. Flowers that do not seem to... it's likely they don't die or wilt, as they are as in bloom as if it were a fresh spring. They sit around what appears to be a body that is wrapped in thin muslin. You can see it is slightly see-through. Beneath it, a woman. Her skin is completely pale, her hair blonde. She has at her feet adornments, what appears to be weapons made of black ice. Roll a history check with advantage. It is the same black ice that adorned the Raiders of Everfrost's black armor and weapons, and she looks the same. It seems like she was likely a Raider of Black Everfrost, but she has been interred lovingly.
Does she look like the Gossamer chick?
She does not.
Okay, I was just making sure.
This is clearly a... this has been lovingly put in place, and it glows faintly, protected by magics. Someone of importance, it would seem.
Is there any like kind of plaque or headstone or anything?
There is not.
I will turn to Klaus and be like, well, instead of beating around the bush, can you just speak to her in a state from the beyond?
The rest of this place is a laboratory trying to prove a point. This is a shrine.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm asking him to maybe try to talk to her to get a little more information.
He goes, agreed, and he does this.
I can't.
And he clap on to the Speak with Dead.
Use that Speak with Dead. You've got those special skills as a fucking... with your crazy arm for a reason. Let me see. Okay.
I don't know if it'll work with all the magic around here, but worth a shot.
Alright. Considering I'm giving you some bonus Speak with Dead benefits, considering your location and the necromantic energies that are just running through this place, you can sense that its consciousness at least returns, and you can see, I hear it whisper a word, Albert.
I just want to check something with Colin, and I guess Beaver as well. I understand as a player that Klaus has ties to Vecna. Have we experienced anything that would actually like signal Vecna out, or do we just understand that Klaus has some kind of necromantic ties?
At this point...
Actually, Ito got sent to the Cathedral of Ash.
No, I know I got sent to the fucking Shadow Realm, so I'm willing to bet I have a better idea than anybody else, but I just want to confirm.
Yeah.
You've gotten ideas.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever been explicitly stated that's Vecna, but I'm pretty
Because I
sure
saw
very
something.
obvious things. I've told Runa about the shadow banishment thing that I did to his little moon sister.
No, but if I remember correctly, and I don't because, these are the most notes I've ever taken,
Proud of you.
yeah, I got 4 lines down. Come on, guy. From a combat, no less. But if I remember correctly, I saw something. And Connor remembers, like, oh god, it was like another dimension in styling. It was like a gray wasteland, and there was something going on in it.
I think you saw the Eye in the Sky, didn't you?
I'm kind of asking Colin because Connor does not remember.
I mean, you've seen some weird shit with Klaus.
Well, yeah, but he literally palmed my face, and I saw like the Shadow Realm or whatever the fuck it is.
You've seen some weird shit with Klaus.
Okay.
The exact nature of that shit, you suspect was less than good, less than holy. That being said, it's only very recently that he has really taken on the mantle of Vecna. It is only within the past couple sessions that you attuned to that second eye and were consumed.
Because he has one eye in each palm now, right?
He now has one eye in each palm, and now the eyes like blink and shit.
Well, that was
And now he
literally,
can control undead.
That was literally the last full
So,
session.
yeah, like I
He
said,
took
it's
that
been-
walk with Ken, so
Since he has taken to
Well-
that eye, that second eye, that was when he was really taken in. And when he has gotten to stuff like the ability to cast Power Word Kill on undead and stuff like that. And given him undead thralls and undead control and things like that. You can roll. I will let you roll an insight check. Are you trying to be deceptive, Klaus, about what happened to you? You have undergone a pretty big change recently.
What about, like, Vecna being...
About becoming an avatar of Vecna.
That's the thing, is I'm not, like, fully embracing it, kind of. Like, I kind of addressed this with Vecna, too. I'm, like,
Are
still...
Are you trying to hide your alignment change or not?
Yeah.
Roll a deception.
Alright.
That's my one good roll of the night.
Hang on. I still get a D8, bitch.
oh shit. Ah
That's
shit.
3.
Klaus seems a little bit more distant, but he was always distant, you know? You don't sense anything from him. Beyond the obvious, he now is controlling undead.
No, I want to use cutting words on that.
Let's do it.
It is an ability check, so you can.
So it'd be minus 1d8. So roll your, or do I roll? Oh, he got a 5, so it's minus 5. No, that was the roll you.
So that was his bonus. Now you can
So-
roll an D8. His total is 18 plus 5, so 23. You have to roll at least a... Alright, but that is good enough. You are sort of looking at the undead, and you sort of look at Klaus. Your sort of eyes kind of narrow a little bit.
Oh shit!
As you look at Klaus, you can see there is a shadow behind him. Not just any shadow, not just his shadow. Not that you would expect. Despite the fact that there is glowing light in this room, his shadow has taken a form. It's neither male nor female, beautiful or ugly. It is an amorphous shadow that's darker than you would expect. You'd expect at least some light, but it is pitch blackness behind him. And it seems to move slightly off. It's like off. Whenever
And
he
it's in the place of where his normal
it's in the place where
shadow
his
should-
shadow should be.
Okay.
Its movements are off. It's like just a fraction of a second delayed. As he moves around. There's also a coldness to him. His eyes are now, where there was at least some glitter of light before, knowing that, like, whenever he looked at Gen, or whenever he looked at Sigmund, people that he felt feelings for, there was a twinkle. The twinkle is gone. There's nothing there but sort of dull blankness. Something has happened.
It's like he's sort of lost his zest for life.
In a way, yes. There's just a coldness about him now. An unusual coldness. A disturbing coldness. And that just surrounds him. Something isn't completely right.
Can I ascertain if this is
And it's recent.
willful on his part. Let me phrase that. Is he in a funk like a drug addict, or is he choosing to be this way? Is this persona that he's exuding of his own accord?
That is not something you could tell unless you talked to him. That is not something you can just tell by looking at it. You'd have to speak with him, essentially, about it.
Got it. Okay, so yeah, how I imagined this exchange was more me asking Klaus a question and him kind of dodging it, and me using coding words to kind of have him falter. So.
But there's
there's
something very off about him. There's something. Well, I wouldn't say very off. There's something off about him. It is what it is, though.
But just to back up my question from earlier, we as the party have recognized Vecna's presence. Like, specifically the name Vecna.
You would know the name Vecna. You would know the eyes of Vecna. Beaver's always been a little bit hidden about revealing his hands and things like that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But there's something wrong. There's something messed up. But yeah, that's what you can tell.
Okay.
Yep. Go back.
Just to kind of like.
All right.
Vecna.
You stand in this shrine, a place of. I don't want to call it, like, beauty, but it is beautiful in its own kind of cold way. Beyond this plinth, there is a door that is made. This is a simple wooden door. You see no locks, no magical inscriptions, but you currently have the attention of the woman on the plinth. Now, Klaus, I need to ask you, do you have a way to comprehend languages?
I do. I
Okay.
have exactly one first level spell slot left.
Whenever she talks, it sounds like ice on a lake that is as if something heavy is placed on it, and it sounds like cracking ice.
Ooh, it's an interesting dialect. I haven't heard that one before.
It's Welsh.
It is the language of the Raiders of Black Everfrost, this cracking ice sound. I know, it's fucking White Walkers, shut up!
You know, honestly, I was thinking about that the other day. Until you made that joke, I never really put that connection.
They're not, I mean, it's very vaguely based on them.
Sure. But with your guys, it seems like these are just people.
They are just people. They're
Yeah.
just people, but they have a dialect that is, they don't use metal, they use ice, and they have a cracking ice language. They have their own form of common, basically.
Well, find out why she's here, and if she's gonna be any.
But you
use.
do hear her, but you did hear, when she said Albert, that was in the common tongue.
Do we see any Oh fuck. Do we see anything like a name, an inscription on the sarcophagus?
No,
I already asked.
nothing. Likely this meant some, I will say, Ito and Iruna, you know that this meant something to the Redeemer, but it was not meant to mean anything to anyone else. This is not like a headstone to announce, like, people visiting by, passers-by, this, you know, this is where this person rests. This meant something to him, and it didn't need to mean something to the rest of the world.
Well, let fucking Klaus do his talking, so we can move on.
I would also indicate that there's another door.
There is a door. It is simple wood. There's no magical inscriptions or anything on it.
We're letting him do speak with dead so we can figure out why she's here and then move on.
No, I get you. I just wanted to do that in character.
I mean, y'all can do that while he's doing it. If you want, you can walk up and open the door and stuff. But Klaus, you have Speak with the Dead cast on. You have 5 questions. You look at her, she is beautifully preserved, and she is beautiful. Probably at maybe her mid to early 20s. Sort of pale skin, dark hair, gossamer shroud, beautiful blooming flowers about her. It's sad at the same time. And yet you don't feel anything. You feel absolutely nothing when you look at her. You know what? I'm gonna amend that. You do feel something. You feel like it's a fucking waste.
Nice. Alright. Who are you? More importantly, who are you to Albert Von?
You ask her, were you to Albert? Or was she to Albert?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her who she was to Albert, not necessarily who she was.
The sort of, and you have comprehend languages, right?
Right. Yep.
Her voice crackles with that crackling voice, and she says, prisoner, lover, confidant. That is the answer to your question.
What has he told you about the prophecy?
Nothing. Seems like he did not tell her about the prophecy.
Oh, okay. So she doesn't know about the prophecy at all. Interesting.
She doesn't really know anything about it. I have to, if I pause, I have to think about what the Redeemer would have told her. You got 3 more questions.
How do we fight the Raiders of Black Everfrost?
You don't. You flee. There's a hint of pride in her voice when she says that.
Cute. That's real cute.
Come back.
Your questions over with class, for God's sake. One indeed.
Alright, you've got what, 2 more questions?
Yeah, hang on. I had one, then I got distracted by skeleton fuckfest.
Yo, they love
Just-
the Eye of Vecna on your dick.
Just to confirm, we can't understand what this person is saying, right?
No, she's
No,
speaking in the language of, unless you cast comprehend language, she is speaking in the language of the Everfrost people, which is different from common. It's different from any other language. It is its own unique language. You would have to have comprehend language or that particular language.
I'm not playing Zara, so I do.
Changed my mind, Colin. While he is talking to her, I will go up to the door. So whenever you wanna.
It's unlocked.
that.
There's no, I mean, there's nothing. It is just his personal quarters. There's no inscriptions, no magical runes, no traps. The traps were before this, obviously. At this point, it's just his own personal lodgings. You can see there's a bed that is roughly, it's not made, it's in disarray. There's a fireplace that has ever-burning fire within it, casting warmth against it. It's pleasant, as you didn't even realize how cold it was in the tomb of this Everfrost woman. But as soon as you step inside, you feel how comfortably warm it is. There's comfy chairs and bookcases that line the walls. You can actually see there's a map on the table, and he has picked out several towns. Ito, you recognize Hogsend as circled. Several towns that were small but large enough to provide likely a reasonable amount of troops if he were to march through them and raise the dead, which you experienced at the start of the campaign.
That's what I wanted to ask though. Is does it have a lock or a bar to it?
No, there's no locks. It's not locked. It's not warded.
Okay.
There's nothing like that. Once you made it past the giant, it's essentially and past his password, it's open. I will say I do have to go pee, so you can discuss amongst yourself, but I have to pee. Do you have your all right? This is getting good. Klaus, do you have your fourth question?
Yes. What is the end game of, I guess, the Gosma lady that's currently plaguing the landscape?
Let me think how to answer that question.
Or I guess what is the end game of the Raids of Black Everfrost as a whole?
The end game of them? Everything. Take everything and turn it to ice. Avenge the Heartless King. Take vengeance against the people who took his heart. Turn everything to ice. So that is 4 questions.
Alright, you might have to pop over for the last one. I might need some time on that one.
Alright, I will give you some time to think
Now
about the final...
I'm thinking of all the questions I should have been asking.
I will give you some time to think about the final question. There is a possibility that you can go to them and say, what should I fucking ask her? You got one more question. But I'll go to them.
No, that's the thing is I did ask them. They're like, you better understand. So that's when they fucked off.
Like, I'll say, if like I said, you can go to them. You can say, hey, I'm speaking with the dead with her. I've got one more question.
Have you ever worked with a translator before? Jesus.
But, I'll go deal with them while you think about that.
Okay.
Hi.
Klaus is thinking about his last question. So I will go to you.
So, we're trying to do this while he's doing that. If we have to sneak away, we will, but
I don't think he's really
busy.
I don't think he's paying that much attention to you. He's focused on the questions.
He means past the dragon skulls.
Yeah.
But when he's talking, we want to toss this room.
Yeah, first thing we're gonna do is toss the room and close this door. And we're gonna talk to each other while we're tossing the room. So.
Sneeze, goddamn.
Yeah.
I got a piece of steak stuck in my nose. So.
Yeah.
Poor Luke.
All right. Toss the room. Roll a perception check.
I'm not as good at those as I am investigation. Oh my god.
You suck. I hate you.
Not as bad as Connor at
Tommy,
religion.
I hope you get fucking hit by lightning.
Well, you're a bully, Colin. Okay. So while we're tossing the room, I would assume Klaus can't hear us, but I'll be like, the Klaus situation.
Well, hang on. We're tossing the room even though we got shit rolls. Like, what did we find anything of note other than?
You see, there is a map that is on the table. It has outlines the Redeemer's planned route to raise as. It's kind of fucked up. It's really a very cold risk versus reward, or punishment versus reward of the most amount of people it can raise, while at the same time doing the least amount of damage to the economy and the food production and the otherwise wartime production of the Empire. Is very cold and very analytical. He was not someone who was out for... He was not emotionally driven, and you already know that. He didn't have a vendetta against anyone. He thought there was a problem that needed to be solved, and he was solving it as best as he could. And you know that at the end of the day, he was right. He absolutely was right about this invasion, but the way he tried to solve it was just wrong. Despite what Lou says, the Redeemer was not a bad person. He was a misguided person. A very powerful, misguided person. And you can see that's what that map... And that is outlined on the map as he outlines casualties, the minimum amount of casualties he can make to raise an undead army that he thinks will be immune to fear. This fear of this army. A fear that you yourself have felt. I wish Lou was here to hear this so he could understand that it's not black and white.
It happens. But that's so like that's all we find of note essentially.
No. That's
Okay.
just what the map shows you. You find the Redeemer's personal diary.
Taking it.
It is sitting on the bedside table. The last entry entered months ago, before you even met in Hogsend. You flip through a couple of pages, then pocket it to analyze later, to really sort of pour over. You can see there is various texts. There is a specific. It's almost like a you see on the shelves there is what appears to be a book that on legends that has a bookmark in it. As you open it, it talks about a dagger that let an Eye of Vecna be bound to the hilt to use at its full power without succumbing to the wiles and will of Vecna. That was hidden away, lost within the Empire. The blade of it actually was made using the first iron. I don't know how much more on the nose I can get with that.
Yeah. That's good to have. Definitely take that.
Yeah, so I'm pocketing that book. Anything else? Ooh, actually, in that book, do I see any spells or incantations?
Do you see any spells or incantations? It's a good question, actually.
Is that an Arcana roll?
Roll an Arcana check, yes.
Me to it.
Actually, I'm thinking about that. I would have this idea, and I would hand it to her.
We can look at it together, you know.
Then, if I can, I will assist. I will assist, Toby.
Yes, so
Okay.
you would have advantage.
The first one's way better. 21.
There's a spell that the Redeemer was working on. As you look at it, the ability to incapacitate someone completely.
So, I will remove that page from the book.
Alright, that is a spell scroll for Power Word Pain.
Yep, and I will keep that to myself.
Alright, you might want to add that.
Well,
add
obviously
that
not Ito.
add that to your notes, or even better, add that to your character sheets.
Yeah.
'Cause
Can I
there's
use
a good chance I will
prestidigitation?
forget it.
Can I use prestidigitation on the frayed edges of that page to make it look like it was a clean rip?
Sure.
Neat. So I guess if that's all we find, now comes the
Well, I will say, I will
You go
say,
ahead.
you do find. Well, you know what? I'll say it's in the it's in his diary. I'll just put it in his diary. So you don't find anything else.
Okay.
Um,
So the one dressing before he finishes talking with the dead person. We need a backup plan post haste for Klaus if he becomes too much of a problem. If you agree with me, I'm sure that at least Lou, or at least Reed would.
Tommy, I fucking love pumpkin beer.
Damn. I also love plotting against our Vecna-eyed pal to a degree. Anyway, I don't know how you feel about that, Ito, but I think sooner rather than later coming up with a backup plan probably not a good idea. We don't want another Redeemer on our hands.
I feel like I should roll for Alec Cool.
I'm
Fucking
actually
green here.
I'm actually quite fond of having our own Redeemer on our hands, provided we can. Hey, I'm talking to people in D&D. I need you to be quiet, please. I don't mind having another Redeemer on our hands, provided it's a Redeemer we know. The problem with the Redeemer was we didn't know him.
Fuck? Why is
We could not
Alec Cole so
see
good
him.
at perception? Alec
Yeah.
Cole got a 29 on his perception.
I mean, that's fine. I don't care so much that they know what's going on, so much as Klaus is out of the room.
Okay.
Shit. Well, since you made Reed come in here, my second point is null and void, and I will not talk about it.
I'm just having them eventually come up and roll perception to see. There was more to find in here. I was just kind of trying to see if they end up going up there and seeing it.
I was gonna say something in private.
That's
to
fine.
Ito
I'll let you
without
say
Reed-
I'll let you say it to him in private while they're sort
Okay.
of searching.
The other matter of importance, Ito, is I did get a response from the last sending from our friends in the Underdark.
Are you able to type that out to me so that I don't forget?
Okay. Do you want it on Discord, buddy?
Yeah, that's fine. And then do it on Discord, and then I'll just write it down.
That is more or less what I was told in response. And the important bit of note from that Ito is that it is Reed's significant other.
Tommy, roll a d8.
Sure. 3.
All right. That's convenient.
Okay.
I don't like that answer.
No, it's
But-
actually it's convenient for Aruna because of Alec Cool's high perception roll. He finds a tome of clear thought.
Ooh, that's cool.
What is
But
that?
It lets
Yeah.
it lets someone increase their intelligence by +2.
okay. Oh shit. I will super make sure Ito's paying attention when I'm saying this. The part about Reed. We know how Reed acts when it comes to people in danger and being heroic, etc. The reason I don't tell him the information is because I'm worried that it would compromise him and we would lose him in some way, shape, or form, or it would make him distraught.
Did I not put walls on the side of this thing? Why is this fucking revealing the sides? It doesn't matter.
But I'm sure you understand where I'm coming from with that.
Are you saying you want him to go to the drow, or you want him to not go to the drow?
I'm saying if we tell him that, I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves and then we don't have him. Which is a risk either way. So I'm telling you so that we can determine when it is pertinent or a good idea to give him the information.
I will,
Because we for sure need to inform the higher ups and like Adelindra at the very least, because those are her men and civilians.
I mean,
Things in the dark haven't been going great.
Yeah.
we can go into the Underdark if we must. You were there when we met with the Emperor. I don't think that's going to help anytime soon.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying the Emperor's not going to give a shit, but we
But to
have
go
friends
into the
in high
Underdark
places.
is to lose time. The
We-
prophecy, the things you're finding out about the prophecy too.
True.
But our best bet is probably Gen. Gen has the most magical knowledge and highest potential of actually getting them help.
He also wants Klaus's dick.
Yeah. But if we tell Reed and Reed runs off, I would feel semi-obligated to follow him, and that would just delay us more.
I'm not too jazzed about going to the Underdark myself.
Are you sure? I love the Underdark. You could ask Nick.
Anyway, we don't have a lot of time before Klaus stops talking with the dead woman. So just get back to me when he's not around and we'll figure something out. Whoa!
Keep it in
Whoa!
mind.
Yeah, so I guess unless
I'm gonna pop in and see
Connor-
if Klaus has figured out
you're
his
gonna say
last
if Connor
question.
has anything else.
Otherwise, I'm gonna
that's-
come back, but I'm
yeah.
gonna see if Klaus at least has his last
Yeah.
question. Do you have your last question?
I do.
Okay.
If the heart of the Unfather's King was stolen, who is currently in possession of it?
Lost. Taken. Ripped from him. But he will find a new one. A burning heart. The heart of a dragon. You can roll a history check for me.
That's a 9.
No, it's a 16. I'll give you advantage, because you have the Encyclopedia Draconica, honestly. Otherwise, it would be a 9. Hasfidel's heart. A legend. A dragon god. Its heart buried at the heart of Ertzig. Of Rotsfjord Peak. A city that was attacked not more than a couple months, or not more than like a month ago. Where you met desperate hussars trying to defend the city. There was more to it. He has taken into his body the heart of a dragon god. He never sought his own heart. His own heart, long since decayed, rotted away within the iron locket that sat around a dead man's neck. He never wanted it back. He always sought Hasfidel's heart, the heart of a god, to go into his chest and increase his power.
Well, shit. I'm glad I got that last one. God damn.
It was never his own heart he sought. He sought a heart. He sought a missing heart, a fallen heart, but it was never his heart. It was the heart of a fallen god, which are hints that I've alluded to within this Encyclopedia Draconica. The legend of Hasfidel's heart that you came across, the wording of the prophecy, never saying it seeks his heart, it seeks a heart. But at this point, it doesn't matter. He's gotten it. Ertzig has fallen. Bismarck, who guarded that heart, is under his thrall, under the lady's thrall, under the woman in white's thrall. But at least this is a moment where she can elucidate to you what exactly was happening. With your knowledge combined with hers, because she didn't know it was Hasfidel's heart, but she knew she did not seek, or she knew that he did not necessarily seek his heart, merely a heart. Unfortunately, the Redeemer didn't know that. This was not something it seems like she told him, but she has to answer truthfully to you, and so she does.
Well, guys, we've got a problem.
But at this point, do you run into the room and talk to them?
I do. I'm out of questions. So
Alright.
jeez. Actually, hang on. I wanna. You said there were weapons by her, right?
Yes, there is a sword. It's not so much a sword. It is like a curving. It looks like a sword, but it's got a. It's like a scimitar, basically. I'll say it's a sword. It's hard to explain. The edge is blunt. It almost looks like a baton. What do you call a wooden sword? Like a wooden samurai sword?
Oh, fuck.
It's a training sword.
Like Boken or something?
Bokuden or whatever. It's a blunted sword that sits at her feet. Oh my god, Connor, I see a child behind you.
Yeah.
I also have a child
Yeah,
here.
She's spinning the chair.
Kids do that stuff. But can she hear us?
Yeah.
So let us not speak with expletives.
She's 4.
Connor is a duty
She
head.
said, I'm Molly.
Connor is a duty head that's missing half his teeth.
Yep.
That's okay, I'm missing all my hair.
And I'm missing half my brain.
You're missing half your body.
Pretty much.
Alright, but the point is, about that time, Klaus, you rush into the room, having asked
Yeah,
your
I'll
last
take it up.
question. After that, her body, sort of, the life leaves her body. You know, as part of you do, while you have an enhanced speak with dead while in the Redeemer's Vault, because there's so much necromantic energy, you do, the same restrictions apply where you won't be able to ask her questions for a while afterwards, so you can't
Right.
just keep cast speaking with dead.
Alright, but I'll take the sword, the little boken, and I will go into the room.
This is go. God, where's fucking Tommy when we need him?
He's right here.
Tommy,
I'm right here.
make an Arcana check on the Black Iron Ice Sword.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I have an ice cream sandwich in my mouth. That's pretty good. 24.
This is a +2 sword, likely useful for a. Gives a +2 to attacks. It is a Bokuden sword. It also gives 1 extra key point.
Wow.
Useful for a monk.
Weird.
We gotta read a toy.
Useful for a monk that is a Kensei monk that is trained in a longsword.
What do you know?
Cough, cough.
Looks like
I'll figure
Paul's
out.
gonna take some points
I'll
tomorrow.
figure out the specifics, but it is most useful for Reed.
Okay.
It feels nice to give Lou a magic item, because he hasn't got one for a while.
If someone opens this door one more time, I'm gonna lose my shit.
But Klaus has rushed
I'm
up.
actually done.
Klaus has rushed up into the room. You sort of have to stop your talking about things that you found whenever Klaus rushes in.
Phenomenal.
And do you bring the undead with you?
No, I'll leave them
All right,
behind.
they'll remain stationary in sentry mode essentially.
Guys, he was never looking for his own heart. The Everfrost King wants Hospital's heart. And he's already taken Urtsu.
Okay.
That's really all I learned. But
Wait, shoot that past me one more time, because I, like, as a person, did not hear that very well.
I'll say it without the accent. The Everfrost King wants Hospital's heart, not his own heart. He's not seeking his own missing heart. He's looking for Hospital's
Okay.
at the center of Urtsu.
So you're telling me that, I don't know how many sessions ago, when I said it was metaphorical taking out the kingdom and destroying the heart and blowing up Earthsig and shit, I was right. Fuck me. Okay.
This is not a conversation I would like to have in this particular locale.
It doesn't fucking matter where we have it. But I guess we weren't wrong that he's literally just trying to destroy the fucking kingdom and leave. Now,
Yes, they actually have no real goal, no end game, just kill everything, turn it all into ice.
okay. So you're telling me to kill the people, metaphorically as the heart, or just the city itself to, like, destabilize the country? That's probably too specific for what you just asked that dead person.
No, it's a literal heart. It is a literal magical heart that is supposedly lost in the center of Urtsu. It belonged to the dragon god Hospital,
Okay.
and that is what he would need to, I guess, come back as a god.
Okay. What you're telling me is we need to fucking leave now, and we tell Gen exactly where he's headed and what he's doing.
There's still more to be discovered. You have the diary. I didn't make you go through it completely. You just saw it and picked it up, but it's
Yeah.
something you can go through.
Okay. Now I'm dead serious. Pitting around here is not a good idea. The faster that can be relayed to someone important that can do something, I think the sooner the better. In fact, I'll cast sending to Gen. Wait, it's magic in here. We can't use sending, right?
There is no getting in or getting out, no sending messages in or out, no teleporting in or out, nothing. There is only the teleportation circle that leads down to his, to the Redeemer's most powerful things, and up to the vault. Unfortunately, like I said, down was an option that you could have taken if you had decided to work with the Redeemer to raise an army to fight the Everfrost King, which you did not choose to do.
Just to piss around down in here a little while I go up top and to relay this information.
I mean, theoretically, I would let you roll an Arcana check. On a crit, you would be able to go downwards, but honestly, I don't think you would want to.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave and go talk to Gen as soon as I can, regardless of what everyone else chooses to do.
That's fair. Gen is the type of person, I mean, he is a ancient silver dragon. He knows, he was alive before the kingdom of Eisenfeld was even formed. He's someone you could ask. He's not the oldest dragon. The oldest dragon is Sol Sanctus, the gold dragon, but he is one of the oldest.
Okay. Well, I'm leaving, so everyone can do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Right. Other than that, you don't find anything. Like I said, the room itself has its research. You do find the longsword, the blunted longsword, which is a really nice magical item for Lou.
Who I will go ahead and hand it to in this room.
I mean, he ain't here, so.
He ain't here, but
I
like I
know
said,
he's not
I
here, but-
I wanted to give Lou a nice magical item since it's been a while since he got one, so he get but other than that, you see other than that, you can maybe it's surprising to see the Redeemer's bed is large enough for 2 people, but there's nothing else to find. You find his diary, you see his plans, but there's nothing beyond that. He didn't have some sort of secret weapon held within his own chambers or anything like that. Would you like to finish, just leave, retreat out? Specifically you, Klaus. After you leave this necromantic, this place that is filled with necromantic energies, your followers won't follow you. You lose access to them. They can't leave, unfortunately.
Nope, down here.
Alright.
Well,
What time of day is it?
By the time you've done this, it has, time has passed. What the fuck happened to my calendar? It's been several hours. When you emerge, if you emerge, it is nighttime.
I am going to head to a place that I shouldn't go to, especially with 0 spell slots and half health.
I think I just shit my pants.
I am gonna go towards the Emperor's quarters.
That is a bold direction to go. Are you sure you want to do that?
Yep.
Okay.
Shit, I'm going to Gen and you're going to her. Jesus, dude.
Yeah, well, you know, you brought certain things to my attention, so.
Gen is obviously an advisor. He has a suite. Like I said, whenever described as Central Palace itself, it's basically it has a main central tower, but it also has an off tower where the ambassador Gen stays in the offside tower. He doesn't go within the main tower. So if you're going to see Gen, you basically head to one of the main towers, basically where you were allowed to stay, as on the top floor of this sort of secondary tower that has a minaret on it. However, as an advisor, he stays on the lowest level, basically where you don't have to take an elevator up, whereas ambassadors and guests had to stay on the top level, essentially. I don't want to explain the specifics, but since, ambassadors are less important and their time is less important, they're able to stay on the top level so they can take the elevator down, which is considered a waste of time.
Makes sense.
Makes sense at the end of the day.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna go to the Emperor.
Man, we're gonna have very different situations.
Alright, what is Klaus doing?
Oh god.
Klaus.
I hope she steps on you and kills you.
Whenever you leave, one of the undead is able to stay with you. As long as you are suffering from the detriments that have been granted to you from having attuned to the eye, and you know what they are. They're role-playing detriments, but you need to roleplay them. You will have one undead follower. This is where you have to come in, because they're not mechanical detriments, but you have to think about them because they are roleplay detriments. But as long as you are role-playing them, you have one undead follower that will follow you. Basically, imagine it as a permanent unseen servant. In fact, it is the one of the guards that was gambling at the tables.
Okay. I have an idea of what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back up to the vault where the dragon heads were, where we don't have permission.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my scroll of summon undead, and I'm gonna summon the Redeemer Spirit.
Oh, hang on. I forgot to mention, because we were bouncing in and out of rooms and changing what we were doing and hiding shit from each other. I am on my person. I am carrying that map rolled up and the item that I found with a rune. As we leave.
Hold on a second. Let me pull Klaus to this scene. Can you see the scene, Beaver?
Yep, I'm there.
Okay. Alright, go ahead and repeat that, Connor.
I am walking. I am going to carry the rolled up map and the diary that I found.
Okay.
Then I have whatever the other one was. Wink.
Yes.
I'll let you all go into finer detail here. I'll start with Klaus, because this is pretty interesting. You're alone. I mean, you hang back whenever everybody. Does anybody notice him hang back with the vault? In the vault? Does anybody care that he hangs back in the vault?
I'm watching this motherfucker like a goddamn hawk.
So you're not. If Klaus is there in the vault, are you leaving or not?
I am. Ah, god damn it. Okay.
I love it. I love every bit of it.
The fact that this is happening means everything is going fucking fantastic as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
That the party is sort of almost crumpling in on itself with distrust.
So Ito.
Ma'am.
I do have faith in Ito to a degree after the Feywild show we went through.
I drank a whole 6-pack already.
You did not. Colin, you were doing so well not drinking that much.
I drank a 6-pack.
Oh my god.
And it's not
I
even
didn't even
like
see you
it's a,
drink a 6-pack.
it's a
Where did
seven-
that go?
it's a 7% alcohol, so I'm pretty tipsy.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll
So-
take a 6-pack of Dogfish Head over you drinking
It's
an
not-
entire bottle of Barefoot.
It's not a 12%, it's a 7% beer, but it's pretty strong.
Okay.
I
So
haven't
I'm gonna
eaten
place
since
my
lunch.
faith into Ito's bullshit plan of going to see the Empress, and I'm gonna let him do the bullshit. But I am not fucking after the conversation we had, leaving Klaus alone.
I think
It's
that's-
not happening.
I think that's why.
Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Lou and Nick's character can go with Ito, whatever the fuck you want them to do.
Ito is 100% going by himself.
Okay, well I'm staying with fucking
Alright.
Klaus. If he says something to me,
I will say,
too bad.
Beaver, I've given you a lot of leeway on Speak with Dead and other necromantic spells within the Redeemer's Vault because it's filled with necromantic energies. After you leave, it's going to be a lot more by the book.
That's fine with me.
Because the Redeemer has set his vault up to have enhanced necromantic abilities, and things like that. So after you leave the vault, everything's going to basically be by the book. You're not going to get more this sort
Yeah,
of
Speaking of Dead's gonna be
people
questionable.
freely speaking with you and things like that.
Yeah.
You're also not going to get, to raise, like, you got all these undead people with you. I have granted you an undead servant, as long as you are suffering under the curse that the ill effects that you have been given from the Eye of Vecna. But after you leave the vaults, like I said, you're not going to get a bunch of undead servants and things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was very thematical to be within the Redeemer's Vault.
The whole time he's doing this shit, I'm gonna be just watching like a hawk, and I'll be like, fucking no half-assed
I
watching
mean,
either. I'm gonna be like,
are you watching him, or are you trying to seem like you're gone? Are you trying to be stealthy,
It's-
or?
I'm not gonna be stealthy unless Klaus tells me to fuck off or something.
All right, well then,
which we'll
Klaus,
see how that
you
goes.
see that Aruna remains behind and watches you as you are in the vaults. In fact, Aruna, I will pull. Let me grab your token. Help if I went to the right. The Redeemer's Vault. I'm going
Don't
to
suit yourself, girlfriend.
see.
Take a front seat.
No, Control V. And
But
I
I wish I could
I will-
understand Beaver.
will pull you.
Yeah, I don't know what he said.
I will pull you to the
Okay.
vault.
He said something sassy with girlfriend at the end. That's all I know.
Yeah, suit yourself, girlfriend. Take a front seat.
All right, I'm.
Okay.
It might take you a second, but I am pulling you to the Redeemer. The
I'm
Iron
here.
Vaults. All right. So I just put your token down somewhere.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna just fucking lean on this pillar and just hang out.
Klaus, you can see Aruna. Ito, you head up. I mean, you're doing your own thing, but Aruna is remaining behind, keeping an eye on Klaus. Aruna, roll a perception check. Now that you're sort of alone to watch him.
Was I the best person to try to stop the necromancer? Not necessarily.
Oh my
19.
god. Everybody's rolling so good when they're fucking looking at Klaus. What the fuck is happening?
It's the best.
It's just fantastic.
Character knowledge is finally.
Aruna, whenever you look at Klaus and see him move, his shadow is not right. His shadow is not his own. It's a shadow that doesn't seem masculine or it's not like the shadow of a man or a woman. It's not a shadow that is, just the specifics of it are so strange. It lags just a fraction of a second behind him, and it is pitch black. Like, you know how shadows are not completely pitch black? His shadow is pitch black.
Okay. So if I get what you're putting down here, what I would think from character perspective is it's like something's following him, right?
Maybe. You don't know if he
Okay.
knows it or if he allows it or anything, but it is not it is close, but it is not completely right. Something is off about it.
Do I get the feeling that it's a separate entity? Do I feel like more than one person
You
or
can
thing there?
roll an Arcana check.
Oh, cool.
Or actually, no, roll a religion check.
Oh, that's the. Well, no, mine's not too bad. The Klaus rolls are not too bad. 15.
It seems separate.
Okay.
An entity separate from him, watching him, tailing him.
Great.
It is not right.
Mhm.
That's all you see.
Yeah.
Alright, we can go back. Alright, within the heart of the Iron Vaults, Klaus. You see Aruna is watching.
Would you like to do the honors, girl? As I unroll the spell scroll.
Well, I'll leave it up to you,
Did you just call her girl?
girl.
Damn.
Ooh, girl.
Girl.
I
I can
haven't
leave that up to
seen
you, but like most situations we've been in, it's better to not be by ourselves, especially when it comes to bullshit involving the Redeemer.
Alright, what are you doing exactly?
I want to. I want to read the spell before I do it.
I will be AFK just a moment or two, so
Spell.
Colin, why?
The Redeemer's music is playing.
I feel like Klaus needs a Redeemer remix.
Klaus has his own, actually. I think Tommy has heard it, although I don't think you have.
I don't think I have either.
I have made music for Klaus, actually, and Beaver knows it as well.
Where the fuck was it? It wasn't. Was it someone on that? Okay, it was. You call forth an undead spirit and manifest in an unoccupied space in range. Okay, so does this mean I can summon his ghost?
I'll allow it within his vault.
Does it usually need like a corpse or something?
Normally it needs something like that. Look up
Beyond
summon
just
undead.
the gilded skull worth 300 gold pieces.
Yeah. But I'll let you call him forth within his vault. I'll let you call him specifically, otherwise it would just be a generic undead.
hell yeah, dude.
I mean, I've got the Redeemer's music playing.
Oh, I don't have it playing. It's up there, but it's at 0-0.
See, it's fucked up because it did that for me too whenever I was doing stuff.
But the funny thing is, it's working for me.
Yeah, it's working for me.
It's working for me too.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna read the page.
But you do summon him. That's what's important. He's little more than a shade. You can see his vague silhouette, the wide-brimmed hat, the black cloak. Eyes that burn red with fire as he looks at you. His voice familiar.
Hello, Albert.
Well. I believe that you were the one of the ones that killed me, yes?
You took those.
You're not even fucking there, nerd.
Oh,
I
yes,
am not
okay.
bitter about that. If you were able to kill me, you were beyond worthy of my succession.
Yes, no hard feelings, Albert. But we know how things
Hard
go.
feelings are for emotional people. I myself think of myself as something of as a scholar. I believe that at the end of the day, logic rises forth. Oh, you got two of you. Oh no!
Oh god, Shadow Claus is here already!
Jesus Christ, he's everywhere. Let me delete one of you.
No!
I myself believe that at the end of the day, What is truly important is the safety of this empire.
Yes, I can see that
Bring up the
We've done
Redeemer's
much.
token.
you've done much to ensure its security as well as its
I did what I could. I did what I could to protect this land. It is my home. And though the current emperor is feckless and lazy, I thought I could have a role in it, even if I were myself not to lead it. Even if I were not the leader of this empire, it is my family and it is my home. I would protect it no matter what the cost.
I understand completely.
Even if that cost was dire and dark. Which you understand completely, I guess.
Yes, I've come to see things in a lot more grayscale lately. It's not easy.
The world is not black and
Things
white, my
happen
son.
that-
The world is
things
not black and
happen.
white. But you do have his attention, and he is surprisingly willing to talk. Put that
You've left much
put that
beside here.
Redeemer music on repeat.
Yeah. You've left much here for us to discover. Left much to help us in our quest to end the Black Aberforce King. Who, by the way, is searching for Hospital's heart. I don't know if your friend downstairs ever told you.
Found Hasfidel's heart. It was in Ertzig.
Oh, sorry. Found it.
The prophecy. Have you, the Tide Mother, have you seen her? I saw her. The woman in white. That was her. The Tide Mother. The White Tide. Woman in white. That was the White Tide. I know it. That was the prophecy.
Yeah, I might know that.
He's speaking a little bit of gibberish. Since you haven't delved into his diary, you found it. You found his diary, but you didn't delve deeply into it. Reading through it would take a short rest.
Lance doesn't even know we have
For
a
the
diary.
record, Klaus did not find shit.
Yeah, I don't know that they have.
You
the
don't know that
diary.
he found the diary, but he talks about a Tide Mother and the White Tide.
Just to confirm, so I can know whether or not to write things down or not. Am I here at all, or this is
No,
completely
No,
outside?
you left. You went
Okay.
to the Emperor. The only one here is Klaus and Aruna. Alec Cool is there, but he keeps walking into a wall, and so is Joseph Smoke. He also keeps walking into a wall, and so is Karakwa. He keeps walking into a wall. Although Karakwa had a really fun story where he went and he found Tears of Hospidel, and it upgraded his token to give him the ability to bypass fire resistance, but he's not here to enjoy that.
Hey. Yeah.
It also made his totem a +2 token, but he sucks. And tell Cody to come back and play.
I've told him like 40 times today.
All right, but he's talking about stuff that would have been found in his diary. I guess this is technically a secondary way to find out the stuff about in his diary.
What are you talking about, Abbott? Who is this Tide Mother?
Aruna doesn't have the book.
talking about magic, son. Arcane magic. It doesn't just happen in the lands of Black Everfrost. It's almost like it skips generations. It stores up. It grows in power, and then one individual within every generation seems to grow, and they have all the power of arcane magic. Generations of arcane magic concentrated into them. I had the lady Adelindra send people to me, and that's where I learned that they don't have magic like we do. That is... it skips. It settles itself within individuals. Sometimes it's only a couple of years. But it seems like it's been decades since the last magician showed up. The last wizard or sorcerer of any kind showed up in the lands of Black Everfrost. And then, there she was. A woman born, wrapped in white gossamer. Can you imagine decades of arcane energy concentrated into one woman? You understand all the wizards that we have in our land, and sorcerers, everybody that can use magic. Imagine that all of their magic power was concentrated into one woman. That is the Tide Mother. That is the Tide Mother. That is what they call her. And now I see, before you took me from this world, before you and your friends took me from this world, I saw. She stood there, bathed, clothed in white gossamer, the White Tide Mother. I understand now, the White Tide. He walks before the White Tide. In a way, they stand hand in hand. The King of Everfrost seeking the missing heart. The woman bathed in white. A sorcerer, wizard, a magic user more powerful than any this land could ever see. You understand, yes?
Yes, I understand.
That is what she is. She may seem young, but there is magical energy beyond her years, beyond anyone's year, beyond the most long-lived race's years. You understand, yes? That is the White Tide. Oh boy, it's almost like I put a lot of thought into this prophecy, and it's coming to make sense. She is the Tide Mother.
So how do we stop her?
Stop her? I don't know. You don't. I had hoped to raise an undead army to stop them before they even made it into this land, but you crushed my dreams, my ambitions before I even could. The deaths that arise after the northern coast is invaded are upon your head. I did what I could. I strive to save this empire, this home that I love, even despite the fact that the Holy Emperor is little more than a feckless child. I strived. And you killed me.
Yes, unfortunately,
Am I being too dramatic?
Not
No,
for
that's
him.
good enough.
Not for him, no.
Yeah, this is how we always talk.
Hang on. I had something ready. Just shut up.
My hopes.
Oh, there we go. Hey, I got it.
My dreams.
The countrymen that you fought supposedly for were very quick to forget what you were doing when they saw what you were doing to accomplish it. They didn't see you as a savior. They saw you as just another monster like her.
He sort of stands for a moment and says, "Sometimes the greater good demands a sacrifice. A sacrifice that the common man must bear. I could not ask of the noble people, they themselves are not numerous enough. Sometimes the common man has to bear the burden, much like the plow has to sow the field. Sometimes the most common instrument is the most important. I did what I could to minimize the deaths. To go from town to town and only harvest those that would not affect the economy, the food protection of this land. But it seems like it was not enough."
Perhaps not. Perhaps you simply laid the groundwork for someone else to pick up the pieces.
Well, I am not here to pick up the
All right.
pieces. But it is, if
You
you
let-
believe that the kingdom of Black Everfrost poses a threat, if you think that the prophecy may itself be real, then I beg of you that you pursue it. I was wrong, you understand. I did not have the full prophecy. You informed me of it. You told me that I only had a portion of it. I myself did not seek out the Silver Dragon Gehenthermaz. I did not know he even lived anymore. But you have illuminated to me that maybe I was hasty in my actions. I only ask that you understand why I did what I did.
Well, I understand. The people never will. Your
Okay.
memory will probably
Can
be
I-
tarnished forever.
Colin, can I interject?
Sure. About this
I'm
time,
gonna fucking walk out from that pillar, and I'm gonna point my goddamn finger at Klaus, and I'm gonna hold a spell.
all right. What spell are you holding?
Holding banishment at 5th level.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Specifically, I want it to look like I'm aiming it at him, but I'm gonna try to banish the shadow if it comes to it.
All right.
Does
Ah.
that make sense?
Love my home. I have always been dedicated to it. My family has defended this empire for hundreds of years.
Hey,
I am
Redeemer,
not a
shut-
traitor.
Hey, Redeemer, shut the fuck up.
All right. If you want to interject.
That's the plan. Klaus, dispel him, or one of us is not leaving.
I will remind you, Klaus, you are chaotic evil now.
Listen to yourself. We made a promise when we killed him that we would not follow in his footsteps. Your entire conversation has been
these are
nothing
not-
but aligning yourself with him.
No, more like.
I don't ask you to
you
follow
don't
in my
track me all the way
footsteps.
to-
I don't ask for you to follow in my footsteps, son. Merely walk forward with the knowledge that I did not have.
Is Klaus making any moves to get rid of this fucking Redeemer
I'm-
spirit?
I am not following in his footsteps. I seek not to kill villages and raise whole armies.
I don't care
But-
I don't care that nobody watches this. This is Critical Role worthy.
Right?
This is pretty.
You say that, but you agreed with him and understood what he was doing was justified. You might as well be following in his footsteps.
Klaus is trying to roll his eyes. Fine.
Klaus,
Well,
roll
that's the thing,
a,
I was-
Klaus, roll a wisdom saving throw. With disadvantage.
Oh boy,
Ooh. So wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
That's a 2.
Oh boy. The shadow all of a sudden shifts from Klaus. No longer is it behind him, delayed a second. It shoots forward to Aruna, Aruna, make a
Tried.
charisma saving throw.
Well, I was holding banishment for the shadow. Can I try to banish it first?
You can indeed. It is actually trying to pull you away from this realm.
That would be.
Alright, I'm back. What am I?
I'm trying to banish the shadow before it fucking murks me. Sorry, I'm looking. I'm very nervous!
Colin, I sent you a message, but it's not relevant right this second.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm real fucking losing my shit. Okay, yeah, so it's banishment, so it's a charisma saving throw, a DC 17 for the shadow motherfucker.
Double check. Let me double check what fucking Vecna's saves are.
Well, it was an honest to God attempt to not immediately try to murk Klaus, but I don't know that it's going to let that happen.
Did Klaus get a 2 on his wisdom save?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy.
That the moment the words "I understand" came out of your fucking mouth,
Oh my
Klaus, your
God.
days are goddamn numbered.
Would you be shocked that Vecna's charisma saving throws are fucking huge?
Yeah, weird.
Not at all.
Go ahead and lay it on me, buddy.
Alright.
Colin, if you'll recall,
It is a 24.
Yeah, he passes insanely well. So I have to charisma save.
Yes, you do. It is a DC 20.
There's no way. Yeah, I failed.
You're shocked as you try to banish the shadow that's all of a sudden it's no longer behind Klaus. It is surging towards you. It actually yanks you away, and you find yourself within the winter court. The cold winds blowing as it's yanked you to the native plane of the moon elves and the winter of Eladrin.
Oh, fuck.
You can see there is a coronation. The moonlit king, with his tricorn hat and his ruffled shirt, stands next to your younger sister. Your younger sister is apprehensive, but beautiful. Her skin is not like yours. It is light, pale as the beautiful moonlight. Her hair silvery blue. There's a determination on her face, and she doesn't seem to notice you, but the moonlit king does. A presence before him. You're only briefly banished. But it is enough for Klaus for you to basically have a couple of moments to ask the Redeemer questions.
Ooh. Damn.
I believe that your prying eyes and ears have been dispelled by... It's not by me, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, it seems like one set of prying eyes seems to get rid of another.
There is a shadow that follows you, son. A shadow that even I fear. But it could be useful, I have to admit that. I myself did not have that shadow. But it seems that the eyes of Vecna you took from me enhance it, change it, alter it. As now, you're just now beginning to notice the shadow behind you. You've always had this shadow, Klaus. We've gone over your backstory, obviously, with your brothers being Echo Knights and things like that. The shadow is different now. It's neither female nor male, which you immediately recognize as Vecna. And it follows you. But it is just like a fraction of a second behind. There's just a tiny little delay that is unsettling. And it seems to move differently from you. Vecna is watching you, following you. You have attuned to both of the eyes of Vecna, and she/he, because Vecna is ungendered in this campaign, is watching.
They are watching.
They are watching. And you've already kind of gotten that from your interlude with Vecna. and it has changed you. Like I said, it made you chaotic evil. So that it's there. But the Redeemer is there talking with you. Holy shit! I've had a bunch to drink.
So how did you keep the eye from eating you? Now that I've got two to worry about.
What did you say?
So how did you keep the eye from eating you? Now that I've got two to worry about,
I didn't put it in my hand. I didn't put it in my hand. I held it in an implement, a necklace.
Yes, I suppose that would help.
It took a fair amount of magical work to control, but I did manage to do it. Now, I myself hear that there are implements that would allow you to hold an Eye of Vecna within it without suffering the ill consequence. I had done research into it, begun finding out where that it was. I even heard that it was a powerful implement derived from the first iron where the kingdom of Eisenfeld was formed. But I was not able to seek it out myself before I had to begin my trial, a tribulation to raise the undead so that we might meet the Raiders of Black Everfrost and the Everfrost King. But I had tracked it down to, well, at the bottom of the Deepwater Lake, guarded by the Tritons and the Sea Elves of Feist. Oh my god, you've heard of that. It's like I've put all of this together. Guarded by a kraken.
Ooh, by Tritons and a kraken, okay.
Tritons, Sea Elves, and Krakens at the bottom of Deepwater Lake. And you know that Deepwater Lake is the home to Feist and also the Gold Dragon Sol Sanctus, who is the oldest and wisest of dragons, and was also an advisor to the Royal Empire. I don't think you understand, son. If I am dead, you need to continue my work. I was wrong. I see that now. You told me so. You and your allies. I did not have the information at hand. I thought all that was needed was an army that could not feel fear. But you need more than that. I wish I could have.
Sam?
I wish I could have understood. I wish I could have been there for her. I wish that she did not need to die. But I thought that it was what needed to be done. I thought that no soldier of the King of Everfrost should be in this land. And so I killed her.
Do you mean the girl downstairs?
She had a
Yeah, I'm
name.
just feeding my dogs.
She had a name.
And what is that?
Her name was Corinna. She's the only person that understood. She was not aligned with the King of Everfrost. She knew that we should accept each other, that maybe our lands could come together, joining as one. There was no need for us to fight, as we'd been fighting for centuries, but... well... whenever I had her kind captured and brought to me, I thought they would be mindless beasts. Elementals, basically. Creatures of ice and of will. But she was beautiful. And she was smart. She was aware. She deserved the tune that I gave her. Because she shared my bed. Because I loved her.
Now, was this before or after she died? Because that's kind of important.
Seems like a poorly timed thing, as she says, of course before she died.
Just kidding.
But I loved my home, and I had my duty to the Empire, to my people, before I had my duty to her. And so I had her dealt with before I began raising my army. I wish it had not had to been that way, but it was. It was that way. And he sort of stops talking after that.
So what have you collected here in order to stave them off? I mean, clearly you've got funds. But what about this?
Don't go through that. That itself is a pool that will grant every wish your heart wishes. But on the other hand, it will give you every terror that you've ever dreamt of in your life. Even the royal family has not been foolish enough to try it.
Have you?
I myself have not dared ventured within it. The magical powers of it are too strong. They may very well tear you apart, young man. This is not necromantic energy. This is not a power over which I hold sway. Nor is it a power over which you or Vecna hold sway. This is a power that is beyond you. A power that is ancient. A power that you would be foolish to pass on to. Everything within this vault is guarded. Well guarded. I cannot allow you entrance, I'm afraid. Only the Holy Emperor can.
So what about this one here?
That is the second Emperor. I would suggest you do not enter it. She does not, they do not take kindly to intrusions. I have to pee really bad, so I'll be right back.
Well, I guess third to last room.
Bring me back,
Klaus, you can see the spirit of the Redeemer is beginning to fade. If there's any last questions you have to ask. This may be the last time you ever hear the Redeemer's music.
Oh man, that hurts.
No. How do I ask if I can raid the royal coffers here?
I can only give you entrance to one of the tombs.
So what's in
There's
this one?
gold in this one, there's information in this one, there's items in this one, there's items in this one down here. There is a body in this one, and there is a pool in this one that lets you cast a wish, but it is a monkey paws wish.
So I want magic items and a fuck ton of gold, but I want information.
But hurry up, because I want to lay down.
Yeah. What's the more roguish option, guys?
I'm not there.
Money.
Money.
Always go for the money.
10,000 gold pieces is the sum if you choose to go into that reward.
Fuck.
It's a lot of...
Beaver, if your DM hands you a literal monkey's paw, you always take the monkey's paw, you fool.
Connor, you're the fucking person who gets people to walk away on the price is right. You fucking eat shit.
If you go into the money vault, it is a ton of money. 10,000 gold pieces. That is enough to buy quite a few lower level magic items.
See, Connor, if I was a lawyer, I'd take the monkey's paw, but unfortunately, I'm the kind of guy who gets fucked by lawyers, so I'm not gonna do the monkey's paw.
Always take the monkey's paw.
Take the monkey's paw.
Spoken like someone with a lawyer's dick and stuff.
But you take the 10,000 gold pieces.
I have one quick minor thing.
Yeah.
If we're gonna bounce.
Yep.
Am I able to get to the Emperor's quarters?
No, not like to her quarters. Oh god, no. There's guards and guards between you and her quarters.
No, that's fine. I wasn't sure if it was something you wanted to do right now, or...
Are you able to seek a meeting with the Emperor? Yes. Are you able to, like, end up in her quarters? No.
Sure. No, I'm mainly attempting to see her.
Yes, you can seek an audience with her. And that is fair enough. You are, after all, a lord. She is willing to see you. But that will be next week, unfortunately.
How many magic items?
In that case,
within here,
It looks like weapons and armor.
within here
you
you
talk to my kid.
within here you will get 2 magic items.
Okay.
Of rare quality or higher.
I'm not getting unbanished before the end of this game, am I?
No. We're just kind of trying to wrap it up.
Oh, don't
What
worry.
about this one on the right? This one is... Same thing?
Magic items, information. Yeah, you can choose magic items, information, or the monkey's paw, or gold. But hurry up, because I kind of want to lay down. You know what? If you want to, you
I'll do the
can.
gold.
You'll do the gold. Gold.
Yeah, I'll do the gold.
10,000 gold pieces. Add it to your inventory.
Alrighty.
As the Redeemer will unlock that vault for you. He says, "Go with the blessing that I did not have." You've uncovered all sorts of information, things you have to digest. But you have successfully made it out of the Redeemer's vault with the important information that their magic is concentrated within individuals within the Kingdom of Black Everfrost, and that particularly in this case, there's likely decades of arcane energy that has been sort of concentrated into one person, and that is called a Tide Mother, who wears white gossamer, thus the White Tide. But that is where we'll end it. We'll discuss more about what you found out next week, whenever I am more sober, and we can all have a good time.
Yeah.